I'm sorry.
Okay, so I think I've been talking and I was not, my mic was muted because I came in here a little early to get started and I think that I was not, I think nobody could hear me.
That's
Um,
okay.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sci-Fi-Vision Alien Earth, Why I Fix the Background.
I was gonna say.
I'm getting there. I was trying to fix the xenomorph, and I didn't realize what time it was, so sorry about that. My bad. But we'll get there. But welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our new show. We are going to talk about the first two episodes. If you haven't, please make sure that you like the video and subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision. And yeah, and we're going to decide what day we're going to do this weekly. So it'll probably be a different day, but at least we'll be able to do the first two episodes tonight. There we go. Better layout.
Yay.
I'm lost.
Let's hear it for
So,
Hybrid.
yeah. So what did you guys think of the episode, or well, the two episodes of the series? I guess
Like the
in general.
major episodes are very long.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know a whole lot about like the series in general, the universe. Like, I mean, I've watched them all, but I haven't watched stuff enough that I know that I'm like picking up on all the references and everything. I know I'm missing a lot. I feel like I enjoyed it, but yeah, I feel like I'm missing things that I probably should.
I think you could totally watch a show without seeing anything from Alien at all. The Alien franchise.
Yeah, you can, but I mean, I feel like there's probably a lot of, I don't know, like references and stuff.
Well, you would miss the cat because there's definitely a cat that looks like the cat from the first Alien film.
Yeah, poor Jonesy. That wasn't Jonesy. It wasn't Jonesy, but poor, Jonesy.
It'd be cool if it was Jonesy.
Yeah.
Forever cat. Well, yeah. not later on, because Josie has a problem later on.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked these two episodes. I wasn't sure about it, and when AJ's not going to be joining us for this. AJ's not watching Alien Earth. He was yeah, he didn't want to watch. He said he wasn't interested in it, and he really, I think AJ has seen enough Alien. And I don't want to speak for him, but I will anyway. I think that not all the movies have been good, particularly as more movies get churned out. They're not all good, and I think AJ was just over it, and I get that. I wanted to watch this show. Really, it was Noah Hawley's name attached to it. Think really that I would watch this show.
Me too, because I'm a big Legion and a big Fargo fan.
Yes. And a big what fan? Legion and what?
Fargo. TV Fargo.
Oh yeah, I've not ever seen any Fargo.
Oh, you should watch them. They're great.
Mm-hmm. I saw the season with Martin Freeman, but yeah, I've seen that, but because I had covered it.
I love Legion. We all love Legion. Jamie loved Legion. AJ loved Legion. And I was surprised that Noah Hawley couldn't draw AJ to this show. But whatever,
I wanted to see what Hawley would do with the Alien franchise, what he did for the Marvel franchise.
And for to think that show is in the X-Men universe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's incredible. Jamie, I'm just hitting some stars in the chat while we
okay.
We should tell AJ there's going to be a petition to get AJ on the Alien bus. Fletcher Muncher's leading it, and Fletcher agrees.
It's a bus full of exomorphs.
Yeah. I think
the rough bus.
I don't know. I just feel like, not that you can't enjoy this, not like remembering this stuff. I just feel like that, I don't know. I feel like I would have gotten more out of it if I remembered a lot of the stuff. And I just feel like it's been so long since I've seen so much of the different, Alien movies. Like, I think I've seen them all, if not all of them, most of them. But I don't know. As I told you guys, when I watched the first one, I could not devote an hour to it. Like, I kept watching 10 minutes and I had to stop it to do something. And I watched another 10 minutes and stopped it to do something. And I think you shouldn't do that with this show. I don't know if it's just like, I mean, I know Legion was kind of like that, but there is so much going on. I was after a while lost and trying to figure out what I had missed. And I think it's just, you really have to sit down and watch the whole thing, because I did enjoy the second one. I feel like better than the first.
I mean, I did see some Legion-y things, like the little Eyes Wide Shut party that they were having in one part of the building with guys dressed up in wigs and everything.
Yeah. I think, Jamie, having watched so I'm going to say I agree with you. I watched the first episode. How long was it? It felt like it was so long.
They're like 60 to 70 minutes long, Karen.
So I couldn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of it, and then I had to go to sleep. And then the next day I restarted from the beginning, and I watched the first one through, and I watched the second one through. So I'm going to agree with you, Jamie, that it's better, especially not to watch 10 minutes. It's not a micro drama like Michael covers, right?
Right.
And okay, if I can just keep rambling, I don't know, Scarlet, if you agree. I think, Jamie, the things that you need to really remember from the first movie in the franchise so far are the role of the corporation in basically running society, right? And that the corporations really run everything, and always will choose money and specimens over humans are dispensable to them. And of course, the role of the android, which really was just a straight up android and alien, and the way the human characters have antipathy toward the android and don't trust him and look down. Bishop, right?
That definitely I remember from the other one. But was there all three of these different things though? Okay, that's what I thought. Like, I know there were cyborgs, but I didn't think that there were hybrids before.
Well, there were not cyborgs. That was a full-on android. It wasn't a human that was enhanced. Okay. It was a full-on android, right? It wasn't Bishop.
Okay, yeah, I'm reading this.
Like a Blade Runner. That's where the Blade Runner universe collides.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were synths, I guess, were the full ones.
No, in this description on your screen, a synth is a human being downloaded with human consciousness. It was not a human
hybrid. I mean, the ones that there used to be were the synths. Right?
No, it was a straight up android. It was a robot. It was a human.
I don't see android on the screen.
No.
Yeah, I think they're calling it a synth. I'm reading it. Artificial.
There are none of these.
Intelligent beings, a synth.
Okay. All right. No, it says synthetic. It says synthetic beings down. Oh, I'm reading it wrong. Yes.
I've read it like
android
artificially intelligent beings. I mean, I guess a synth. Yeah, it was they were calling it. I think that's what they call it. Yeah, that was
more hip to call it a synth these days.
I can't read this. It's like in that ancient green on black from the 80s, and
it's cyberpunk for you. It's very cyberpunk.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for setting me straight, you guys. But I think those are. I mean, wouldn't you say, Scarlet? Those are the two themes that held over through these first two episodes.
Sure. I feel like
there's more.
I don't know. I feel like it's more cyberpunk. I feel when me and Jamie were talking about last time we were talking about this in our other live, there are people in the chat saying that Alien and Blade Runner are in the same universe. And the more I watch this show, I feel like Alien and Blade Runner are in the same universe.
They are? They are not.
Allegedly.
From what I read, it does say that it's more of like the director, I guess, sort of said that. So it's not that the story necessarily is, but
it feels a lot the same.
Yeah,
I mean,
the mood.
There's pieces, but
they're both Ridley Scott. That's all really.
Yeah,
right?
And I guess I had read something. I remember I looked it up when Scarlet said that, because I hadn't heard that either. It said that basically that the director said they were in the same universe. While Blade Runner and Alien share thematic similarities, director Ridley Scott has even suggested they exist in the same universe, but they're not officially.
Is AI telling you that?
Canonical universe. So it's like kind of, but not exactly, I guess, is the answer to that.
Did AI just tell you that? Because AI just told me that Ridley Scott has never confirmed it. So don't trust AI. AI is not.
No, I'm agreeing. Yeah, we get different answers depending, I think, the way you
one should go to actual websites where there's articles and read said articles. And then you know. As long as they're not written by AI, but there's tells.
It sounds like some people think it is and some people think it is, I think. Or isn't, I mean. I think it's kind of like a debate.
I personally, watching episode 3, which we're going to get to later, I really felt like it had a Blade Runner vibe. That's the way they're...
Hey,
It
I'm
was
not
set up.
denying a Blade Runner vibe. I was just surprised to hear you say they are in the same universe.
Like, I don't know there's necessarily canon elements from each universe, I think is the idea. Like it may exist there, but there's not like story parts that connect, I guess, is kind of the way I'm looking at it. But I don't know, because I haven't seen the third
Well,
episode yet.
androids.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
the androids.
And one of the companies.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Although, like, I mean, let's face it, it's obvious from real life that that's where society is going. Corporations, right, are people, according to
Yeah.
Congress. And
Yeah, Luncher says that the Wayland-Yutani core exists in both.
Mhm.
oh yeah,
So, okay, so if it does, then yeah, technically,
Well,
I
I
guess
said
we
one of the
have to-
companies. He just clarified it for me.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Well,
I know. I'm saying
I
which
thought you
company.
said the role of the companies, Scarlet. I didn't hear that you said one of the companies. I said
The what?
I thought you said the role of the companies. I misheard you.
No, I said one of the companies was represented in both.
Yeah,
But I couldn't remember the name.
I misheard you. Sorry.
That's okay.
Anyway,
Alright.
Jamie, in terms of Jamie saying she couldn't remember, she feels like if she hasn't watched the full franchise, she's missing something. I think
No.
really those are the themes that you're not. There's just a few like things that you're familiar with, but I didn't see like major things that you need to remember from a movie or whatever.
I mean, did you have to did you have to do much with the Marvel universe to understand Legion?
No, and I'm not saying you can't understand it. I guess I just feel like maybe I would get more out of it, because I feel like I just feel like it's been too long since I've seen a lot of it. Like I saw Romulus recently, but that's not necessarily one
I mean,
of
as
the
long as you
best.
get what a face hugger does, it's good.
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely
I mean, the
remember
basic stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember the basics. I just feel like there's probably a lot of like references and things that maybe like Easter eggs and things that I would have been able to enjoy a little more.
Well, I saw the cat.
Okay.
That was it for me.
Other than the cat, and is the face hugger even an Easter egg? Like I didn't, having watched these movies probably a lot more than you have. I don't think that you missed a lot.
And yeah, I think facehugger. I
don't think, Jamie. I don't think you should feel that way, and I don't think anybody should feel they don't want to watch the show because they might not remember the Alien franchise well enough. I think you can anybody could totally come in cold to this, right?
All right, fair.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, I really liked it. I thought it looks great, right? I mean,
yeah.
They clearly put a lot of money into it.
Money in it, yeah.
Yeah, and I like the little title sequence it has with the like strange brew song kind of sinisterly put in the background, and all the little flashes. Sometimes there's flashes of things that happen later, and sometimes there's flashes from things in the episode.
Yeah,
and I kind of like how they continued that with the whole idea of the attack on the ship was just told these little like spurt edits, and I really appreciate that style.
Yeah.
The thing that I noticed right away that kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say threw me, but I wasn't sure what to think about it, is as much as this clearly, obviously, takes place like way in the future, it's got a very, I don't know how to describe the style. Like it looks like it was filmed back when the original was. Like the way he's added the film grain and the color and everything. It looks very old. That's not the right description, but that's the best way I can describe it. It looks like it was filmed back then, even though it's a new, clearly a new
Yeah,
show.
even has a creepy. This scene even has a creepy sexism from the 1970s as well.
Yeah. The hairstyles and things. Yeah, it just reminds me of that, and I kind of like that. It's cool. They're like retro. I don't know.
Much like the original movie, they've made these people, and these people look like they've been on a ship for 65 years.
Yeah.
And the ship looks like it's been out for 65 years. Like it looks a little dated because it's 65 years old, right? Or it's a little worn down or whatever. But it did really, and Jamie, I'm sure you remember all these things from the original movie. Like these costumes, very much like the original movie. They go into the pods in their underwear. That's all very
right. Yeah. That's why I said it definitely like feels like a throwback to the the original back then, minus Sigourney Weaver maybe. But other than
that movie was so. When I saw the movie the first time, that was so scary. Like one of the scariest things ever in a movie is that red dot, right? And Yaphet Kotto, we know he's moving through the ship, and that red dot is like tracking the monster moving towards him, and you don't see any of it. You just see this like red dot. It was so suspenseful.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I saw it whenever I mean I had seen it before this, but I obviously didn't see it when it first came out. But I had gotten the I don't remember what year anniversary it was, but the fairly recent DVD set that came out for the anniversary.
Oh.
I had gotten to review, and I watched it, not like the two original ones, not that long ago. I mean, I guess that was still probably a few years ago, but
Yeah.
more recent than otherwise I would have watched it. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I told you though before, I was saying to you, actually I think I said this to both of you. When I first saw Prometheus, I saw it in the theater. But for whatever reason, I don't know if I didn't see the trailer before I saw it really, or didn't pay attention to the trailer. I did not know it was in the Alien universe till I started watching the movie. I'm like, wait a second. So that was a bizarre experience watching that. And then figuring that out in the middle of the movie. So that was kind of funny, but yeah, it probably would have made a little more sense had I realized that at the beginning.
Is that why like Welcome to Derry has to have an it colon in front of it? It should have been like Alien colon
Yeah,
Prometheus.
probably should have been, because stupid people like me wouldn't know it. I must not have seen the right trailer that showed it or whatever, but I just remember not getting that till fairly further into the movie. But again, it had been at that point when I saw that, it had been quite a while since I'd seen one of the Alien movies. So
I kept seeing the Navigator, or whatever they call it, in like stills, and I knew from there, and it was Alien franchise.
Yeah.
Well, that one was a prequel though, right? Because I just remember like what I remember about that movie is like the huge I don't know, were they gods? I don't even remember now. The huge things that were in there, the people that were like really big.
What I remember from the movie, and every time I come into it, be it a cable or something else, is always a scene where the woman's giving herself a cesarean section, but she can't start it up right away because space is sexist and only has information for male bodies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which I guess is probably a theme, throughout all the Alien films.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is.
Or calling it Prometheus because of the modern Prometheus, and Frankenstein as well as the myth of Prometheus.
Yeah.
Giving fire to humans.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm sorry, Jamie.
No, I was looking.
I was going to say, how many pictures do we have too? Because you said we
I took some. I just didn't take quite as many as normal, so I think I have like 50 from the episode. So there's like half as many, because I figured we don't necessarily need super detailed. But I took these ones because I knew I'd never remember what year and stuff it was. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So they got on here in the 70s and kind of hung out here for 100 and some years, and
yeah.
That's a cool looking pod.
It is. But I think the funny thing is as I was doing this and thinking about it, like I was gonna, write down notes and stuff. And I'm thinking, this whole first section in a way almost like doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but it's irrelevant because everybody in it dies in the first like 10 minutes of the show, except for the one person. So we don't need to know anything about any of these people pretty much. I mean, they were nice while they lasted, but
I mean, I think you're right, but I think that it's also important to so that when Morrow crashes the ship, like to show like the total disregard for human life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that he's been with these people for 65 years and has zero connection to the could like just in a moment. Look at that! I snap and my face goes away.
Well. Well, it's just that the sexist comments kind of gave you an idea where everybody was, because they were like, having that guy move and the girl moved, and they were just. I mean, it's got to be uncomfortable in space when there's like harassment in space and you're just in a spaceship.
And you're stuck for 65 years.
Can't really get away from it.
Yeah. And he's like a total creeper, and
yeah.
But you just sleep in your pod.
He's a cyborg though, because he's.
They say he's a cyborg. They say he's a cyborg. They call him a cyborg.
He's still a creeper.
Well, no, the other guy, Mr. Fang.
Mr. Fang.
Fang is the creeper, right? He's the creeper.
Yeah, that guy. And he was he. I wasn't sure if he was synthetic or he was a cyborg.
It doesn't. He might be a human. Who knows? I thought he was a normal creepy human.
Really? I thought the way they were
I
treating
thought he
him.
was a creepy synthetic.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's kind of
Hey,
what I
Chad,
thought.
can you tell us what he was?
Just because they treated him sort of subhuman, the way they talked about him. That's why I kind of assumed that.
Well,
but-
maybe they treat him that way because he's been harassing women for 65 years.
okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Either way, like I said, they all end up dead. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't need to know too much about them at least. But that's the group. Because I was surprised they killed them all that quick. That's for sure. But yeah, they have these specimens on the ship. Like you said, this is a research vessel, and they are collecting these different aliens, I guess, in order to. I don't know if they intended to just like experiment on all of them or what exactly their plan was. I don't think it actually said that I remember, but yeah,
For
the
profit.
specimens are the mission. What, Scarlet?
They said collect aliens, ? Profit.
Yeah, true. That's
As a-
always a problem. But there's
Well, yeah.
How they
that's-
can exploit them. I mean, you can make a weapon out of that acid blood, for one.
probably
yeah. If they knew it had us, like they want to monetize it in any way they can. Like you could,
Yeah.
maybe you could make a cure for a disease. Maybe you could make a weapon. Maybe you could make a.
They make a disease.
Yeah, I mean, I
Another
don't.
cure.
It's not clear to me that they even knew what these specimens were capable of until we see it later. Like, I
do
feel
they
like
ever in these shows?
Right.
I mean, that's kind of the point, right?
right, yeah, that they just like irresponsibly collect specimens and like take them to, in this case, to Earth, without like proper testing and safety or whatever, right? Because they're they're greedy MFs.
Well, it's kind of like the new wave of British imperialism when the Victorians used to go in and just take all, the creatures out of environments.
Yeah,
and,
let's destroy the passenger pigeon. Let's
or just make them extinct, as you say.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The one thing I was going to say, though, that I'm kind of wondering is, that I wanted to ask about, though, is do you need to remember, because I don't, like, I know there's like obviously the whole thing about the different corporations, but do you need to know like the different, I mean, we talked earlier in the chat when they talked about, what is it, Wayland Yutani, but like, there's more than one corporation, right? Or that's like two different corporations that are together, I guess.
I think they said there are 4, but Prodigy is new. Prodigy, I don't think has been named in any of the movies.
And Prodigy is where Wendy is being
created.
Yeah,
the board is. I don't think I don't think it's important to know who they are, what they are. I think just that the role of the corporation is. But I don't think any of them. I don't recall any of them being named in even in this.
Wayland Yutani, but the only thing I remember is that Lance Henderson was Wayland. That's what I remember about that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Not a whole lot. But yeah, I guess as long as you know what their role is, I guess that's all that matters. I just wondered if that was something more that I should look
Well, there's
into
only
or
2 of them that are even like, crucial to the plot right now.
Yeah.
right so far, yeah. But I kind of wondered if
Prodigy has a teddy bear as a logo, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, maybe because of the kids, who knows. But they always have cool ships though, right? Like their designs are always pretty cool.
Well, it's interesting to see like if you go back, like I feel like these. Okay, that's not the most beautiful one, but you can tell a show that has money by its spaceship sets. Like, look, I love the Ark, but their spaceship is pretty much like bare walls, right? It's kind of boring. And like, if you look at a show like, I'm trying to think of another. Like,
The Expanse.
Like the Expanse had some money once they went over to Amazon. Their spaceships, they were able to get off the ship. But you're right, and I think like you can tell it. Like a budget by what the interiors of the ship look like.
Yeah, and they've definitely put money into this, that's for sure. Let's see, that's for those bug aliens. So we have these bug aliens too. Now,
feed a rat to the aliens.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember there being little bugs like that though from the original movie.
There's only the one species.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's xenomorphs and facehuggers, but I guess facehuggers.
It's a baby. It's a baby.
Right? Yeah, okay.
It's
like how much I remember. Not a whole lot.
It's like
the very basics.
It's a little baby, a little cute baby.
It's like the larval stage, I think, of the.
Yeah.
Love to
Yeah,
see
all
it.
of those
so
look
these
like a
must be
tadpole.
something completely different, these little thingies
Mhm.
then.
They were
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, definitely were. So then we get Prodigy, which, like I said, this is where the research is going on for making the. Now I got to refer back, not synthetics, because I kept wanting to do what you did, call them synthetics. No,
Hybrids.
hybrids. Yes. Okay,
Not to get
hybrids.
confused with cyborgs.
Yes. I'll probably keep forgetting which is which. Okay, the hybrids. So the point of the hybrids then is that they are human brains in artificial bodies.
Well, human
So,
consciousness.
well, yeah, not their brain, I guess technically their consciousness. You're right. So the idea is they're saving these children that are sick, which really they're experiments. They wanted, test subjects and hey, we can save your life and make you better, and people sign up, right?
Well, they did. They did. She would be dead.
They did. You're not wrong, but I'm guessing, and I don't know because I've only seen the first two episodes, but I kind of feel like there's probably a lot more to it than that, and more that they're gonna do or have done that we don't know about, maybe, because it's never like that simple, right? I mean, that's kind of the point of a lot of these.
Feels very institute-y.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
yes, it does. You're right. It does.
And there's the part of it. So there's just like the hubris of Prodigy, of boy, what's his name? Boy, whatever.
Cavalier.
Boy Cavalier.
So pretentious. How do you not remember it?
Right. The hubris.
Cavalier.
Well, I think he calls him boy genius too. That's what I keep thinking.
Yeah. Well, he was a boy genius who formed this
and
company
he's a trillionaire
and became the
So-
youngest trillionaire in history. But
It's
like
smart to talk to you.
the hubris of Boy Cavalier and the hubris of like the Prodigy people around him, that they're like, we can say to like play God in that way, like a child who's going to die is very sad, but they play God by saving her, right? Which is a very and then
now the owner too. That's the way that I'm looking at it. Is they're probably, as time goes on, gonna try to force her to do what they want, and I'm guessing probably gonna be like, no, and there's gonna be a problem with it.
Maybe, but yeah, like there was something else you said that made me think about like when you said they're probably going to like that they like saved her, and then they like, what are their plans for the future for this technology? They started with this kids to say they're saving them, but are they just going to sell this technology in the future to people, right?
Oh, sure.
Next it'll be older people who want to. The goal is eternal life, right? I think he says that,
Right.
which is like the ultimate hubris, right?
Yeah, but the idea is they have to have a child brain right now because it's malleable in order.
Of course
to
it
use
is.
with the body. But they use an adult body because the body doesn't grow or age.
Because
They wanted the certain actors.
well, yeah, and then if they put her in a child's body and her consciousness was able to mature, then you have like a
Claudia for interview.
That's what I was
say that.
Yeah, exactly. All three of us thought that. Yeah, you got a child vampire there. Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, but they told her parents. Didn't they tell Wendy's parents that she was dead?
Yes,
or at least her brother. Okay, so it is like that institute.
At least her brother. I don't know if like maybe her parents handed her over. I don't know where they got her from, but her brother definitely didn't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Golden Child saying they said they couldn't see their family ever again. Yeah, she said that her father wanted her in the program, but that she was told she had to keep it secret. I think is what.
Oh, she did say that. She did say that in like episode 2, I think. Yeah. Yeah, they can't ever see their family again. They're not like trying to. Golden Child is right. It's criminal. It doesn't speak to really having the person's best interest at heart. Like we're gonna say
they're also a child and don't know. Like a child can't make choices for themselves necessarily that are always right. You know what I mean? Like,
I think her father made that choice for her.
Originally, yes.
They have any consent at all.
Probably didn't know everything involved, and she can't say, this isn't going to be what I want because she's a kid and probably is like, oh yeah, I got superpowers. I mean, in the long run, probably at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, throughout these 2 episodes, the other children consistently, some more than others, speak about like how much they hated being sick and how much they didn't want to die. And I don't know that any child really went in there against their will, but they're certainly not. But they're certainly not able to understand what they were getting into with a child's mind, right?
Right. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. Now, my question is, and I don't know. Again, like I said, I watched this in pieces, so I don't know if I missed it, but was there a reason why they had specific adult bodies? Like, if they're making synthetic bodies, I was kind of wondering, aren't they able to like take their DNA and make what they would have looked like as adults rather than just
Maybe it is what she would have looked like.
Okay, because I got the opinion they weren't supposed to be, but unless it's to keep their identity secret, though, maybe they don't
I
want
don't
to be, because
I
otherwise
mean-
her brother might recognize her, right? If she looked the same but older.
I mean, I don't know. Like, if you looked at a picture of me when I was 12 and a picture of me now, would you recognize me? First of all, my hair was straight when I was little, but
No, but I feel like a family member might.
yeah,
Like-
I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why she has to go live on this island and not be in society. Like, I don't know. We don't know any of that yet. Right?
Does the guy that plays the child genius the same guy that was in Willy Wonka?
No.
You mean the new Willy Wonka? No,
that was
definitely
Timothy Chalamet.
No,
that
and
was
Timothy Chalamet's not in this.
no. Timothy Chalamet
He
is
does
not in it.
kind of look like him. He has a
He's
has
got
a-
some
Kinda,
hair.
he does kinda.
Yeah.
And just laughing at this conversation they're having about eating the aliens.
He is kind of like poor man's Chalamet.
Yeah, kind of.
the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
A little older,
Yeah.
maybe, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Golden Child says our eyes never change. So if you looked at me when I was me now, you would know in the eyes. I mean, you would know for some of us. You might know, but I don't know that body was. I mean,
But they didn't take the eyes out of the kids, right?
no. Wendy or whatever her name was before, she says, "Is that what I'm going to look like?"
Yeah.
Right? So she looks like a Wendy. She picks the name Wendy. I mean, they were
Well,
similar.
they
enough.
don't pick their names though. It was assigned to her.
Was it, or did she pick Wendy?
Yeah,
No,
because
they
later on they
told
said, "I
you.
wish we could have picked our own names," because some of them have like Snee and horrible Peter Pan. They're all from Peter Pan.
Yeah,
All the
they
names.
are. I thought she
Yeah,
picked
she
Wendy.
just said, "Call me
I
Wendy."
thought she picked Wendy, and that's why the rest of them became the Lost Boys. But I could be wrong.
No, he just named her. Boy Cavalier named her Wednesday because Wednesday, another show. Totally another show. I haven't had any sleep. One day.
Yeah, I think she said she wanted to be called Wendy, though, didn't she? The other
No.
ones I don't know, but I thought she
No,
said
they
she
didn't.
wanted to be.
well,
As you watch, there will be a scene where they said we didn't even get to pick our own names.
No, but I mean, I thought she said Wendy. Them, I don't know, but I thought she said she
No.
wanted to be Wendy. I don't know.
Boo.
I mean, there's the whole bit where like a major thing of Peter Pan is like, I won't grow up. Like, like there's like can't grow up, and there's like Peter Pan is refusing to grow up, and like the whole
Yeah.
thing is about in the end choosing to like leave Neverland and grow up, right?
Yeah,
And,
these
and
kids
so for Boy,
the opposite.
can I call him Boy? For Boy Cavalier to have named it Neverland and named them all out. Like, I wonder what is that about? Like, what is his? I guess we're gonna find out what his ultimate plan is for them. Is the plan for them to never grow up, or for them to grow up and leave and go on and join life?
Well, I get the feeling, and I don't know, but I kind of get the feeling like he looks at them like property, so he probably doesn't intend to ever let them leave. I mean,
He just wants to have an adult conversation with somebody who's smarter than he is. That was his
he does
goal.
say that. He does say that.
Oh, she looks at everybody. She said she looks like a Wendy. She said she looks like a Wendy, doesn't she? So yeah, they must have went with that because she said that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say maybe they named, Neverland after that, but to be fair, they did already have like Peter Pan videos playing on the screen. So
Yeah, I know.
they kind of gave her the idea, I guess.
I don't know if she saw them before, but anyway, it's definitely. I also don't trust anything that Noah Hawley puts like playing in a screen. I'm not sure I trust that it's really there.
No, but I'm just saying that's why she, I think, had the idea because they were watching that cartoon.
No, I'm saying that screen in the ceiling maybe wasn't even really showing it. Like, I don't like based on what I've seen Noah Hawley do before, I'm not sure I trust that what we see is what the characters see in a situation of like 20th century cartoons playing on the ceiling.
Okay, that's fair. It's hard to tell.
Maybe I watched too much Legion, but I was like,
You can never watch too much Legion.
Excuse me.
So what did you two think of this whole killing scorpion scenario, and if this is a bigger metaphor for the synthetics themselves?
Yeah.
The whole conversation.
I mean, I think the problem may also be that it could even just come back to be that they should have had a different ending to this conversation, because what if she refuses to kill aliens because of this conversation, and then they kill everybody else?
The scorpion is the exomorph, you're saying?
It could be. It could
Or
be.
is it the synthetic?
Scorpion. I mean, who knows?
I mean, I took it that maybe it was, it represented the xenomorph, and that Wendy sees it, and she's like, oh, I want, like, he's like, should I kill it? She's like, yeah, kill it. And he's like, well, what if another one came and killed me because I killed it? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, there's gonna be more than one probably in this show, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just doing its like, it was almost like the attitude of Wayland. I can't remember the whole name of Wayland Corporation. Mm-hmm. in collecting specimens illegally, right? Like, mm-hmm. The idea, I lost my train of thought here, but the idea that like they're collecting these animals, and then the animal, it's just being the animal. Like when that mm-hmm. giant tick thing sucked the blood, it was just being itself, right? Mm-hmm. And kind of, I don't know. I took this to be like Blondie on the right to be sort of like the voice of the corporation, and Wendy to be sort of the voice of like the people who are going to be eaten by the xenomorph.
I also,
the xenomorph just does what the xenomorph has to do to live. You just got to remember that.
Yeah, except that we've seen the xenomorph. The xenomorph, we've seen it use humans as a host for its eggs.
Mm-hmm. It's just trying to live, man. Trying to live its best xenomorph life.
But
you're just getting in the way unless you're a pouch.
I mean, we've also seen it just rip people in half for no reason, right? Like,
yeah, it doesn't really eat. They said for like that whole conversation they had about, I don't know when it occurs in here, about like being above the food chain, and now you're not eating anymore. The xenomorphs don't really eat humans. They kind of just attack them.
That's more just you think you're not lower on the food chain or whatever. He basically said like that isn't necessarily true. People just they say that now.
Yeah. Because a lion's not going to come out of nowhere and eat you unless you're in certain parts of the world.
I kind of also wondered though a little bit if maybe the scorpion represented the kids though, because of the fact it's like in this big fishbowl, and it's like they're kind of they're observing it, but it only has so much control, and I don't know. That's what it made me think.
I'm just saying this sets up a big metaphor for something, and I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, and it could be quite a few different metaphors. Lori says the children are easier to manipulate. I think they want to keep them childlike. That might be the case.
Is that what the Institute does too? It keeps them kids.
Yeah. I agree with that only to a point, but we're going to come to that later.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what part it's in, but they do say that they give them, they're giving them hormones to.
Yeah, we're gonna come to that in a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying. If you want to run through, I'm trying to just keep us.
Well, I don't know how many pictures Jamie has. I don't know how far it's going to jump each time.
And I don't even got to go through all of them. I was just kind of there's where they're turning her, and I did get at least one picture of the screen, although that's
right. That's Nana, the dog.
Yeah.
Like it could really be up there, but I feel like if I was about to have my conscious, that's kind of more terrifying than.
I figured it was maybe just to try to, I don't know, make them feel more comfortable because they're kids. Maybe he thought it would. They thought it would help.
I think it.
I don't know that it would.
I'm not sure it's really there. I'm not sure it's really there.
I feel on Neverland Island you have to watch Peter Pan at least 10 times a day. It's required. Boy, Cavalier demands it.
He's obsessed with Neverland.
And they only have copies of the only book that you have in the libraries is copies of Peter Pan. And you just have to read that. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's all you get.
Oh, Peter Pan and Legion. They might have videos.
Oh, yeah.
Too. We don't know.
So actually, this is kind of apropos. Samuel points out that Peter Pan was pretty selfish, arrogant, and cruel in the original story. He's a jerk. Like if you've only seen the movie and the Broadway play, like in the story, Peter Pan is he is selfish, arrogant, and cruel. And if Boy Cavalier is Peter Pan, then those words all fit him, right? At least selfish and arrogant. We don't know about cruel yet, but we know he's selfish. We know he's arrogant.
I wonder who Tinkerbell is going to be. Is there going to be a Tinkerbell in this story?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I also think too, just like the idea of immortality. I mean, not that necessarily they're wanting to be children, but I mean, the idea of immortality and staying young is kind of the same idea too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's the
maybe
goal.
not forever children, but forever young.
It's the goal of villains in like 20% of stories, right?
Good point.
And from.
So we know they also have powers, or at least strength. I don't know if that's powers, but she jumps from this cliff
I
here.
think it's robot
Just
strength. I don't think
Yeah.
it's power. I think it's
That's
like
what I said. Well, I mean physical power. Like, yeah, I mean she's obviously powerful. She can do that and not die.
Yeah.
you don't mean powers.
That's not a good description, but I mean she's strong. Is what
You
I
don't
meant.
mean powers like she can fly and read your
No,
mind.
I mean like she's strong and fast. Is what I meant.
Well, superhuman strength is a power.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah, but it's not a magical
right.
power.
It's because she's
robotic.
not.
She's a machine.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. But she's still a kid. She still acts like a kid. And they have this conversation with her about how this is, I think they have it, where they say that you have no emotions, so we're giving you hormones to simulate them.
Well, they said you have no hormones, and so your
let's say that
programming is simulating that, right?
Yeah, I don't. As I was gonna say, I don't know if I have that written down, but
She has no brain. She has whatever. I get it. She has no pituitary gland. She has no adrenal glands. She has no like hormone.
she wasn't supposed to have emotions. Which
But she does have Russ.
They want her to have emotions. They want her to simulate, right? They want to simulate human emotion in her.
Yeah. Otherwise, she would.
Right? Did I understand that correctly?
I don't know. That's what I was going to say, because they clearly have emotions, but that's, I guess, what they're trying to achieve.
I mean, this kind of goes to Lori's comment. Children are easier to manipulate. I think they want to keep them childlike. I think they want them to, they're trying to advance. I think they want them to mature. I'm not sure. Lori might mean like an adult can still be childlike, but not childlike.
It depends which.
Well, they could be docile. They just want to be docile adults they control.
Well, yeah. And you can be childlike. You can be childlike, but not childish, right?
Yeah,
and maybe that's what she's getting at. Like keep them sheltered and dependent and not
following the rules,
not strong-willed. But I think they do want them to. I do think they want them to mature so that they don't stand out, so that they can pass in society as a normal adult and not be like childish. I think. I don't know if I'm getting that. I have to interpret what Lori said there, but Lori chooses her words sometimes, so I think maybe.
Yeah, I would say I'm guessing that's probably what she meant, what you said, but I don't know. Yeah, she'll have to tell us if you're wrong. She can say, Karen, you're full of shit. No.
Put words in my mouth, Karen, and shut up.
Yeah, just yell as if we are.
Well, the most important part is when you got a bosom.
Yeah. She's
yeah.
She's like, why? What are these? All right. I've seen that picture, but you notice so many different things when you take screen captures. Look at those freaking faces in the background.
Oh yeah.
That reminds me of, what is the name of that movie that's about AI? I can't think of what it's called, but there's like faces on the wall. I know you.
Ex Machina.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, I think it's very Game of Thrones and the faceless men who have all those faces on the wall.
Oh.
When Arya goes,
but it's like Wizard of Oz with that woman that could replace her head.
Yeah. It's like a lot of stuff. I guess we've seen a lot of faces on the wall in the past.
Either way, it's creepy as hell. Let's put it that way. At least I think it is. Very, very creepy. Yeah. And they give her a toy. So I definitely think
they give her a walrus?
At least right now, I don't know that they're trying to make them grow. Because I thought that was really bizarre. Like they're acting, because I thought too, like that they know they can't physically mature and that they're sticking the kids in these bodies, but I thought like they wanted them to be adult. But yeah, like why give her a little stuffed toy?
Well, she has a collection. So it's for your collection.
because her consciousness is like 11 years old. They're trying to advance them through adolescence in like a normal period of time, not to be like wake up one day and be 25.
Not to push it, I guess. Okay, well, because I would just think if they were trying to,
and we don't know how long she's been in that body. It could be only days, right? Since she's been in that body. And I thought this actress did a really good job, or the director did a good job of her acting like a 12-year-old. The way she spins in the chair, the way she the way she sits, her posture, her. I thought they all did a good job of that.
Yeah, I think they did too.
Yeah,
I agree with
Is there a significance to the walrus? That's a little walrus.
I am around.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh yeah, the walrus is in Alice in Wonderland. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, when you said that, it's making me think of it. I know it has nothing to do with it from X-Files when he goes, "I am a walrus, cuckoo, cuckoo," or whatever he says.
Yeah, the Beatles. The walrus.
Okay, I knew what was. It was something he was
a Beatles song.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, they're always looking at them behind the glass. That's why I said that's what the fishbowl kind of makes me think of. So I guess they expected her to get the kids on board, kind of, because I felt like this is what this was like. "Ooh, you'll enjoy this. It's fun."
Yes.
Really? I thought it was kind of like the Institute, where they want the first person you meet to be a child because you'll take it better from another child than you'll take it from.
Yeah, that's true. That's
also true. Yeah, that also makes sense. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that if they were dying and they didn't want to die, that, that.
Well, they were all dying. Every one of them was dying.
And I'm not saying that they didn't save their lives and that wasn't a good thing that they saved their lives. But I mean, I just don't think that they can understand what their lives are going to be like. They don't have the capacity at that age to know what they're giving up, even if they do live. Like, this life could potentially be worse than what would have happened to them. We don't know.
I understand that, but I also think a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old doesn't understand why you make them go through chemo and radiation.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Lori said they're giving them hormones to make the transition easier. They want to simulate adulthood, but in essence, they are children.
Yes. And I think Lori's good point is there. They want to simulate adulthood, but can they really ever make them adults? That remains to be seen, maybe, right?
At least not as quickly as they may try to. Let's put it that way. I don't think they're going to suddenly jump forward a couple years, so I kind of doubt it.
I mean, and they might be children for a long time. I mean, how long did it take all of us to go from being children to, right? And even they say, the human brain, young people can't really evaluate risk or make good decisions. So they're 26, right?
Yeah.
Or 24. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but
hey, Jen. Lori probably knows. I was going to say, Lori probably knows the answer to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they go through the same thing, and she kind of, you're right. She sort of took over whatever is Boy Cavalier's role here, because she was I did the whole finger snapping thing.
I loved the scene. I really think she was there to be a presence for them to before and after, and a friend that they know and another kid that can I thought she was there as a comforting, facilitating presence for these kids.
I'm looking at them and seeing they could potentially be what they would have looked like, I guess, as they were.
Yeah, I mean they didn't transplant them into bodies that totally don't look like them.
Yeah, so they could be. We don't know.
I love the scene, the way they transitioned between a child laying down and an adult sitting up, and a different child and an adult, and it looked like a single take, which of course it wasn't, right? It was multiple takes that were strung together into a single sweeping camera movement. I kind of really liked it. I thought it was pretty well done. Maybe some people, I can see how some people could have thought it was cheesy, but I thought it was pretty good.
What do you think the flowers represent? I'm only asking because to me, it made me think of dead bodies, the way they gave them the flowers. Okay, you're dying for real, and you're going into I mean, their human body is dying, but that's what it made me think of. It almost what they do if they put you in, sometimes when they put people in coffins. I don't know. It was a little weird.
Yeah. And I mean, they saved them sort of, but technically they killed them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
These
definitely weird.
These kids were dying, but none of them was hours away from dying. They were all able to walk and talk, and right. And they killed them.
Oh, I like what Jen said. I like the way these scenes were. Whoops, you did the same thing I did.
Stop it! Do it!
I like the way those scenes were shot. Innocence was dead and funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of it was, I don't know. It was like creepy though. Like it gave me like a creepy feeling. Maybe it was supposed to, but I liked how they did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the camera work, but yeah, that flower just made it like jarring and weird, right? And funeral, as Jen said, like a funeral.
Yeah, it's very final. They're not going back to those bodies, that's for sure. I don't know, I guess they were cryosleep.
I think that was an experiment. That looked like an experiment. Like she's face down on some sort of she's either getting a massage.
I know, I was gonna say it kind of looks like a massage
or
table.
She's having like some sort of experiment done on her.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or maybe not experiment, maybe some sort of analysis. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the hands were touching, which was weird. That is true. They had them holding, like a lot of times they were holding hands with like the other body. That was weird.
Oh, well, how Wendy reaches out to touch her android, and then you see other kids maybe do it.
Yeah.
Golden Child thinks Wendy looked like an Ankui kid.
He kind of did. Or the original. I'm assuming he means the original.
The original Wendy, yeah.
Remember,
She
did kind of look like the actress that plays the Ankui kid, actually, not just like an Ankui kid, but kind of.
Remember, there was a theory floating around the fandom from that, or some. No, we did an interview, and you asked one of the actors, "What's the craziest theory you ever heard?" And they said, "Oh, that all the Ankui kids are like having chemo."
I forgot about that. Somebody did say that.
Yeah.
I feel like it was Christy. Yeah, I remember that.
Golden Child must have watched that interview because someone said that was one of the actors of the craziest theory they heard was that the kids all went to chemo, and that's why they look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very bizarre. Whoops.
Oh, sorry.
We got to click it at the same time. Sorry. All right. So then we switch to, I already forgot I'm so bad at this.
Morrow. His name is Morrow.
Morrow. Okay. In the ship. Now, see, this is where I totally, I guess, just clicking off, like going back and forth, missed a piece because I thought he let them out, and I totally, I don't know, dropped the ball watching this and had to. That's why I was like asking about, like, wait, that didn't make sense. So yeah, you really have to pay attention to some of this. But yeah, I mean,
well, there was one specimen that was loose.
Yeah, but the specimens are the mission, and that's all that matters. I don't know that he couldn't have let that woman in to save her when she comes to the door. But,
so did you go back? Did you guys catch the name of the ship is the Maginot? Which I think is a clear reference to the Maginot Line, right? If you remember your high school World War II history, that the Maginot Line is like this series of fortifications the French built to prevent the Nazi army from advancing through France. And I feel like, is this a reference to like needing to form a line of defense against the aliens coming to Earth, or against a line of defense against this corporation and the way it's messing around? Like, it definitely refers to like a defensive posture, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
I like that the Ankui kids were maybe kind of reborn because they were reincarnated and stuff. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it failed. I think he probably could have let her in to save her, but they never do. I mean, why?
He's in full Hal mode, Jamie, right now. He's got to do the mission.
He is, but I mean, to be fair, it would put his life at risk. And yeah, in these movies, and these TV shows, it's like, I'm not risking my life. Nope, bye. You're good. That's how it always is.
Mission.
Yeah.
So you think he was just not risking his life?
I think it was more, it seemed to be more to him, the mission was what was important, but that doesn't mean that he couldn't have saved her, but could it have screwed it up? Because it said something, or he said something like about the containment was the mission earlier. So I figured it might just be like he was afraid then he wouldn't be able
I have a theory I think he purposely crashed the ship on Earth.
See, that's what I thought at the beginning. And then I thought I missed something. So maybe I wasn't that far off then, because I thought he let it out on purpose and then he wanted it to hit the Earth. I kind of felt like that too, but I thought that I saw it wrong.
I don't know if he let it out on purpose. He might have. I think okay, I only came up with this after I'd watched the whole thing, so maybe I'll hold my theory till the end. I'll crash
Okay.
it.
Have
I'm
you
why
seen
I-
the
No
first
spoilers.
one too?
I didn't form that theory at this. I kind of formed this theory at this moment because I'm watching the Alien franchise and I'm already brought into that like android bad kind of thing, right? Cyborg bad kind of feeling that all the humans always have in the Alien shows. And so that might be why I felt it at this moment. But by the time I'd watched this all, I thought, yes, he crashed it on purpose, and I'll come back around to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he crashed on purpose too. I mean, I think it's all the mission. I think he was mission oriented and had to get the job.
And to Kelly's point, he has a secret like panic room. There's only room for him. There's not room for a whole crew in the little safety zone,
Room for
right?
one.
I knew about it, so.
Yeah.
I do think this is a cool, really cool ship design, though. But again, it looks like a ship design from back.
That has like a
whenever it was, the original
2001
was.
feeling. to me.
2001, yeah. 2001: A Space Odyssey feel.
But it's kind of cool. I like it.
He's a hell.
Let's see. Golden Child says maybe he wants to kill the boy genius. That is interesting. I like that. Because that could be potentially. Although, would you risk the whole Earth to kill one person? I don't know.
That sounds like some Blade Runner stuff. Like
I was going to say, I guess it depends how crazy you are. Do you think that the chick that is the head of that company that the dude works for wanted the aliens released on Earth?
He works for Wayland to whatever, right?
Wayland Yutani. I'm assuming she means the one that Boy Cavalier talks to later.
No, the CEO that Boy Cavalier talks to her later, and Mara works for her.
Yeah, I would say she doesn't because she wanted them to get them back for her. She didn't want them like to get out. She's like basically like, can you go retrieve them for me? I would think if she wanted them to crash, she would.
You didn't say, can you retrieve them?
She didn't think that they retrieve. I don't have. We're not there.
She said, "Stay the f away from my shit. Don't go near it."
Okay, he wanted to retrieve him. Never mind. I got that backwards. He wanted to retrieve him. She didn't want him to retrieve him. Okay.
All right. I'll just tell you. Let me just tell you my theory now.
Okay, go ahead.
I think he crashed the ship purposely because they are illegally collecting live specimens. They're only supposed to have dead specimens, right? They're collecting live specimens illegally, transporting them to Earth illegally. If they can crash the ship and then salvage their ship and they can get those animals onto the planet with nobody knowing, but they didn't count on it crashing into a Prodigy building. And now it's on Prodigy territory, and he doesn't know, right? And that's why they're like, you cannot, this is our salvage, you can't salvage our ship. And he's like, oh yes, I can. And I think
because it's in our area.
It's in our territory because they rule the Earth. I think that the crash was supposed to be more controlled so they could get these specimens onto the planet without anybody knowing, and it's gone wrong. I'm putting it out there, and you guys can like debunk me for the rest of the season.
Yeah, we'll have to see. No, I think it makes sense. Like I said, I thought that at the beginning, but I thought that I was misunderstanding it. So it's kind of hard to tell whether I just misunderstood it or maybe I was just really smart and understood it. Yeah, doubtful. But, no, I don't.
So do you think that dude is conducting his own experiment, kind of like the way Kirsch is doing? Yeah, Morrow could have been off the reservation. Morrow could have allowed the face hugger to hug a human and become the xenomorph. He's not he's not going to be eaten by the xenomorph, killed, whatever, right? He could have been messing with the xenomorph. He seems to have only left all the other creatures, right? The other creatures have not escaped.
Yeah, only the xenomorph. So let me ask you a question, because you just said something that makes me wonder if I'm missing a part of the mythology. You said that the xenomorph won't eat him. Did they not? Is there a reason you're saying that? Because they'll kill cyborgs too, right? Or no? This is where I said I feel like I'm missing pieces of the mythology.
I don't know what the xenomorph's diet is.
We don't know what it eats.
Right, but I mean, I feel like in the other movies, it's killed things that weren't only human. I'm thinking, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought it ripped apart synthetics too.
I'm not really sure. He doesn't run, inviting it to chase.
But he also makes a point later saying it smells your fear. So I kind of assumed he was calming down and I'm not scared, it won't kill me type of thing.
I mean, they say that of a lot of animals. They say a bear can sense if you're fear, and a black, and you have to do certain thing, or certain animals you should stand up to, certain animals you should play dead, right?
Maybe. And I think that that's going to come into play with those kids because they don't have full hormones and emotions. I'm wondering if they're going to be like invisible to it or something, or partially invisible to it.
They can be afraid. Those children were clearly afraid in episode
Right.
2.
But if they don't have, how do I explain my thing? A lot of times, like if an animal smells your fear, like is it smelling the fact you're afraid, or is it smelling like that pheromone that is actually what makes you afraid? So if you don't have that, it's stimulated. Maybe
if you don't have pheromones, then you're not at risk. Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's a good theory. Let's put a pin in that for the rest of the season too.
Yeah.
Didn't he just crash this because it was the xenomorph was on board and was being a nuisance? And he didn't have any other choice.
Unclear. It says navigation. What's on the screen? The message he says is he doesn't say like, "Holy shit, they're the creature killing us all." He says, "Oh,
this is holy shit."
He says like, "Oh, sorry. Should we? Is this a family show?"
Oh yeah, it's totally a family show.
He says navigation compromised, cargo containment has failed, specimens are loose.
But it's only one specimen.
But he doesn't say like Mayday, 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 right?
Yeah,
because he's a cool, kind of guy. That's why the xenomorph doesn't attack him.
Jen said they've ripped apart synthetics before, but I don't know if they can take it as a host. I don't think they can take them as hosts. I think that sounds right.
No, that's what happens a little later on in episode 3.
I think that they took apart synthetics that were taking an aggressive posture against them, right? Like,
but they ripped them apart. I don't think they.
Yeah, but I think it was always a synthetic that was trying to shoot them or fight them. Like Morrow just stands there. He's not.
Yeah.
You know how like in Jurassic Park where they're like, okay, the T-Rex can't see you if you don't move, like kind of thing.
Well,
right?
It did attack that one guy, that fancy guy with the wig, and tore him in half.
Well, he did start screaming as soon as he saw it, right?
Yeah. Well, screaming's not fighting.
Screaming's annoying.
You're just saying it just pissed off the xenomorph.
All bodies release certain hormones when we're scared, but so like he still would have released fear hormones when he saw it. So yeah. I don't know. That was what I immediately thought of when he said about that, like it smells your fear. I thought, well, if they don't have hormones, they technically don't have that. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah. That's my theory. So yeah, this lady, along with all the other people that are on the ship, they're all dead. We knew that. He is the only one survived in his little hidey hole under the.
See you, sister.
He's in like, what did they call it? Saddam Hussein had it. They called it a spider hole. He's in a spider hole.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do think that the thing with when it was crashing, like it did seem like he was driving it or like set it to go or something into the planet. I got that opinion. But yeah, that was a really cool shot. But yeah, it is going to crash right into Prodigy City. Now, so this is Prodigy City. So does that mean Boyd Cavalier owns the whole city? Is that?
I'm assuming so. Okay. Prodigy City TM.
Yeah.
I think they kind of are
Amazon City.
Yeah, I think it is. I think like they are the government, or like instead of the government, they own and administer.
Well, he's a trillionaire. He can own a lot.
No, I think like it's a post-government situation where corporations run the whole.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cyberpunk.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
It's so always raining here at this planet.
It's very Blade Runner to be always night and always raining.
Very dark. You know, though.
But there's no rain. There's no rain though.
I'm pretty sure that's LA. And I think it is. It looks like the building in LA.
I know. I know
a picture of that building. It was from the X-File tour. That's what I'm thinking of that. And I'm like, I think I know.
Right. If somebody in the chat lives in LA, they can tell us if that's LA.
Okay.
It might be just a composite of a bunch of cool looking buildings, both.
Yeah, that's a good point too, because it could just be stock footage and have nothing to do with where they filmed.
I don't think it's any real city. I think it's
Yeah, it could all be.
Are you drinking wine, Karen?
Yeah, of course.
Sweet. Yeah, she's got her wine. All right, so then this is where we come into the story, or her brother comes into the story, Joe, and we find out that he is working for the corporation, doesn't want to be. He wanted to go to school for medicine, but he is under contract and can't leave.
That shot, to me, so go back. That shot to me is very like Bangkok,
Mm-hmm.
Cambodia, Vietnam, like a lot of.
Well, it's called New Siam.
Oh, so that's Thailand. It's called New Siam. That's Thailand.
Yeah,
that's
it's
Bangkok.
called New Siam now. Yeah, like Neo Tokyo, it's New Siam.
I was gonna say, is that like when you have New York? New York,
New
whatever.
York.
That's a Doctor Who thing. I was making a
Futurama.
bad Doctor Who joke.
So Siam is Thailand. That's
Oh, it's
Bangkok.
Futurama too.
Yeah.
It's also
Oh,
Futurama.
GC,
New York.
GC has sangria. Woo!
Thanks, Doc.
Those of us who work
Yay.
from home only have to wake up at 5 minutes to 9. So
Yeah. And
I have the
Jamie
week
just
off
came
before I
with
start
a
teaching
lot.
again. I can drink if I wish.
Futurama.
I'll get out the absinthe and have a good time.
woo. So he's commuting to
Yeah.
work by boat in Bangkok, where in New Siam.
New Siam.
he's commuting to work.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the fact he was going to work that way. You're right, he probably was. But yeah, but that's her brother, and she's been keeping tabs on him. And then
His
we
name is
see,
Joe, after Joe DiMaggio, right?
yeah, and then we see this really cool
Ah,
shot
good spot, Karen.
destroying the city.
Oh
And,
yeah, this was
so
great.
fun.
They put some money into the scene, right? This is why it's going
Yeah.
to take
Yeah.
3 years for season 2.
Yeah, probably. But
It was pretty
yeah, everybody's kind of like, oh shit. Now clearly in this feature though, they know aliens exist and everything. I mean, it's not like surprised of what it is. It's more like surprised that it's crashing type of thing, since they're so
So, were you guys like, so they've known for some time, like they were still in orbit when the navigation system is cracked, right? There's no alarm, there's no alert, there's no like even when a tsunami is coming, like a lot of cities have like woo woo woo, send out a message to your cell phone, send out like whatever.
I think there's an alarm though set for when aliens fall into an alien ship falls.
I mean,
to Earth.
Jamie, every Monday the emergency broadcast system interrupts my TV at 1 p.m. for right?
Not for
It
an
does
alien
mine at 3 a.m. on Thursday nights, but
My air
to be
conditioner.
fair, there isn't one. What I'm saying is there isn't one for an alien ship, though. It might be like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
there
know.
should be like, there's no warning for a civic emergency for impending whatever. Like,
Yeah.
they're medics. They are corporate medics, search and rescue people. They're not alerted that there's an imminent thing until the ship is like,
especially from another corporation, there should be an alarm for that.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
not until the thing is like on their heads that they get a warning that like they don't get any warning. It's not until
So
it's
they
like,
get a warning because they see it.
to
There's a
me,
difference.
I was a little surprised that there was no warning whatsoever, but and so I was wondering if that's part of the whole thing, where my theory that they're trying to bring this ship down illegally and they want it to crash so that they can salvage it themselves. I don't know. I was just like, really, no warning? Like you can send a ship to Mars. People can live on Mars, but you can't warn us that a spaceship's going to fall on our head in an hour.
That's true. Oh wait, Vera says they said it knocked out the communications when it first
Oh.
crashed.
Thank you, Vera. Thank you for stopping my rant.
Okay, well that makes sense then if they added that.
Thank you.
Explanation there. Thank you. Yeah. Doc says they both love and hate that the hybrid humans sense their kids. It makes it too Disney, but it's also interesting and funny, and I kind of hate like it.
Well, it
I
makes
like
a statement about
it's
Disney,
different,
doesn't it, Doc?
unexpected. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say technically.
I wonder what Noah Hawley thinks of Disney in general.
Well, it's Fox, and Fox is, kind of all the same company now. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Living
I
in
think
Fox
it makes
City.
it interesting. I kind of like it. It's different, and I didn't, look. I went into this not knowing a whole lot about the series. To be honest, I hadn't really watched a lot of the trailers to know exactly. I mean, I knew it was Alien, obviously, but I didn't really go into it too much to know. So yeah, I like it. I think it's different, and it makes the protagonists different because they won't necessarily know what to do. So yeah, I don't know. I like it.
I mean, we've seen many shows. I mean, look at The Matrix. We never free a mind as old as you, Neo, because the mind can't take it, right? Like, we've seen a lot of shows where only a child's mind can handle certain things, right? That idea is not new. I do like that. I think being a child is partly what allows Wendy to disobey the rules almost immediately without fear of consequence, right? And then they give her some rope to follow her brother, and then she takes that rope as far as she can.
Yeah, we know at a certain point she's going to get probably, you can't go after, you can't protect him, you can't save him, you got to do this. Yeah, they're not going to put up with that forever. That's for sure.
No, I mean, I think because they have an investment in her. I don't think they...
Right, and that's where I said they own them. And I think that there's going to obviously be a point pretty soon where they're going to say, you got to do this instead of saving your brother. And she's going to say, no, because I'm stronger than you. And she's going to go off and do it anyway. I mean, I think that's coming. I think that's a given. But...
hey, can someone help Samuel cook his dinner? What temperature is medium heat?
I was like, I wondered what that was about. I didn't.
Do you have numbers on your oven? If it's numbers on your oven, it's about like a 5 in the middle.
Maybe you're cooking with gas and you want that flame to be like not like full on like.
What are you cooking?
Someone's got to help Samuel.
I was gonna say I'm definitely not the person.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
help
it
him.
depends what you're cooking. I could give you a temperature level.
Jamie, I'm going to star a few more of these that we can take a little bit. And you guys, some of your comments we're skipping over, but we're going to come back to them. We can.
I was going to say, did we get all the other ones we starred?
No. I'll bring them up. I got some in the back.
Okay.
I got to see that tab. I got them in the tab, and we're just going to come back around a little bit.
You want to bake something instead of frying it. I'm not. I don't cook, so I can't really. I was just going to say, don't stick.
But what is it? Pizza? Is it pizza? Is it chicken nuggets? Tell me what you're dealing with here.
I mean, 350 is kind of standard, right?
Yeah, yeah.
If you're North American, if it's a Fahrenheit stove.
I was going to say it might not be Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
It brings up even more questions.
Are you trying to cook a little slice of xenomorph, Samuel? Because the way you guys discussed the recipes earlier in the chat.
Yeah, I think it might be cooked a little longer.
So anyway, this is where the crash was awesome, and they're like, luckily, all the search and rescue people are now he's cooking meatballs.
Meatballs without the meat. How do you have meatballs without the meat, or are they tofu balls?
Tofu, yeah.
Maybe.
This shot. So Vera, I don't know if Vera's talking about the show.
I'd say 350.
I don't know if you're talking about this shot or the show in general, but this shot it feels very epic. This is an epic scene of this giant ship coming down into this.
This
residential
will be the climax of an alien movie, like what's happening right now, and we're only at the beginning.
There could have been a whole separate movie. You're right, Jamie, about them collecting these specimens and crashing onto Earth, and that could have been the end, right?
Yeah, that's why I was, when I first watched, was gonna watch this, I was a little worried, that they could sustain this, just because I feel like when you watch an alien movie, this is kind of what you're watching it for, right? I mean, is for the aliens attacking and killing and chasing, and I just wonder if it's going to have enough action to sustain it, but also have enough story to, you know what I mean? Does that make sense what I'm saying? It can't be all action, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know if I'm.
But I think in the beginning beginning part, Noah just encapsulated most of the other alien films that are on a ship by just showing those little flashes. Because a lot of us know what happens, and they're little flashes, and you don't even need more than that and be really gross. All you need is those little flashes, and you know everybody's doomed. Yeah, and that's the first 5 alien films.
Well, and a hallmark of that first film was that you almost never saw the alien until the end, really, right? And Noah Hawley has brought that xenomorph, which I mean, we'll talk about how it looks. We've got some comments in the chat about it, but you do see it wreak havoc immediately.
So it's taking it from that oldness into a new ground by just saying this is the old alien. Now we're going to have the new Noah Hawley aliens. Who knows what that is? But I'm going to be there for it.
Yep. Yeah. So Vera thought this crash scene was very Blade Runner in the daytime. Wait. Same Blade Runner 2049 vibes for sure. I mean, we could have a whole separate show about how the original Blade Runner informs almost every piece of science fiction that came after it, futuristic science fiction, right? And certainly this also.
Even though it wasn't a hit at the time.
There's that cheap viewer guy. Ignore him. Yeah, the way it sat on top of the balcony like a queen before it jumped down. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Everybody's agreeing about the Blade Runner vibes.
Yeah, Jen agrees, Blade Runner vibes. Like, and again, I didn't really know that they were in the same universe. I don't know if it's because this gives me alien vibes also. Like, having watched so many alien series that didn't really show much of Earth, this is kind of what I expect Earth would look like vis-a-vis the alien universe, right?
Yeah, I didn't think about it, but you're right. Usually they are off of Earth. That's what makes this one kind of unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's coming down, they're screwed. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, that's the way that I look at it. So yeah, they are search and rescue going in and gonna try to they hope to save people, but that's not what Morrow intends to let happen. I don't remember who got this monitor on, but I'm reading it to see. It says ship Wayland Yudhani Maginot, life form expedition capacity, galactic position, velocity status. Nothing really that helps us, but there you go. Flight time, that kind of thing. All right, so he wakes up, and he's the only one that has survived. Not super surprising, but
just as he intended.
Yes, just as he intended. Exactly.
I do think, as part of my ongoing theory, I think he didn't want the crew to survive because they don't want anyone to be who knows that they brought these illegal specimens to Earth.
Could definitely be. He's really intense, though. This guy, like, just when you look at these shots, and he's like,
well, he's a cyborg.
He is, but he's just playing that intensity really up.
I do like this guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I should know the actor's name. I apologize that I don't.
His name is Babu. I guess you pronounce it Kise. I'm looking at Internet Movie Database. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but Babo. But yeah. So she is following her brother on these videos, and this is how she finds out about what's going on, that he's down with search and rescue. So what do you think about the fact that they're letting her continue to watch her brother?
I don't know that beardy guy in the background. Did he know? Actually, he's the guy that earlier says, "Oh, she's watching the brother again," right? Like
but they let her continue to do it, and I don't know if they just think it will. I think that's the woman says, what's her name? Dame Sylvia says something like that. It basically says that it soothes her, it makes her feel better. So they know she's doing it. They're letting her do it. I feel like that on their end was probably a mistake, because I think she's going to put her brother above them.
I agree with Todd that they're intrigued by this and they want to study it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too, and that's where clearly, regardless of if they're simulating it, I mean, they do still have emotions, and she is still connected to that. I kind of wonder if they thought. Yeah, I kind of wonder if they thought that those kind of things would be kaput after she was,
No, I think they elected to download her entire consciousness, including all of her memories. And when they download her, we saw shots of her as a baby and a toddler. And I took that to mean that all of her memories were going in, right?
Right. But I guess I'm saying, like, if they're supposedly simulating the hormones to give her emotions, I just wonder if they think that, like, if they turn that off, that her emotions will go away. And I don't think they will. I mean, because that's like we said earlier, I mean, that is kind of like a point of a lot of these, like what makes you human and all that. And I just think that she's still probably going to have that part of her regardless of what they're doing.
I don't think they want it to go away. I think they want her to pass as human for whatever. They want a perfect.
Yeah.
I think they want to sell it and it has to be perfect. And I think they want her to have emotion or to simulate emotion, maybe not to be emotional and be like, oh my God, this is driving me crazy, right? Like be dramatic and be like extremes of emotion, but to be able to express certain human emotions.
Yeah.
So what you think they're going to do, Karen, is take sick kids, put them in bodies like this and then sell them on the market eventually?
No. I think they're going to put sick kids, put them in bodies like this, perfect the method, and then go mainstream and be like, oh, are you old and you don't want to die? Buy this. Are you
I see.
right? Like,
Yeah,
I think
that's
they want
exactly what I think.
I think they're creating a product and they're using sick kids to develop it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just saying, not that they don't want them to appear human, just that I don't think that they expected her to still have a connection with her brother. Like, I think it's going to become a problem in their eyes.
Well, they don't. I mean, it's part of their study. Doc thinks it's part of their study. It's probably a mistake, but Doc's glad they did it for her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you also could not sell a product where they're like, oh, we're going to transplant you, but you'll have no emotions. Like, who would buy that, right? Who would have
but you don't get your memories either. You only get some memories. You don't get all your memories.
So basically, we'll make you a robot with no memories and no emotions. So why would you pay for millions of dollars for that? Right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And she did have her memories. That's why she's connected to her brother through the memories.
I mean, I think the mistake is, as Doc said, it might be a mistake, but she's the first, and they're experimenting and learning. It's like a totally like crazy ass experiment, and they don't have any guardrails, and they're just winging it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think the goal is to monetize this technology. And I also think the way in the Alien franchise, we have seen how humans feel about androids and cyborgs and whatever, that one that really presents as human could really be, would be a good advancement, maybe, right? Like, if you want to advance the technology, I mean, there's tons of shows where people are like, ew, androids, but right? Like, we just watched Murderbot, and it was
I just wanted to ask, because of what Vera's saying, does this take place before the Alien movies, though, or is this?
Yes.
Okay. See, I didn't realize that.
I mean, it's like I think Romulus and Prometheus are also prequels, like in that arena.
Okay. Because she says, I think they're being careful not to break the canon of the franchise. By the time the show is done, there'll be no world knowledge of the aliens.
Yes, this is a prequel, and you can't have this and then still have Alien, right?
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna you don't want to break the canon. You shouldn't get Nola Hawley to do your series.
Well, yeah,
true.
I mean, they could always disavow it and be like, "Oh, that wasn't canon. That was just a side story." Right?
They did that with Legion.
Fired by. I don't know if they did it with Legion, but
they made another Earth for it. It's like Earth 262 or something.
Oh yeah. That's what Marvel does. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's on a different Earth. Yeah,
but this isn't Marvel, so hopefully this is in the same universe.
Yeah.
Jen says it happens right before the first Alien movie. Prometheus and Covenant come before this series. Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I'd like to go back and
watch
it in order, I guess, like to see what we're supposed to remember, because like I said, other than Romulus, it's definitely been a while since I've seen them.
I haven't seen Romulus.
Romulus was terrible.
Oh, okay, so I haven't missed anything.
I didn't dislike. I mean, look, Alien movies, a lot of them are just action. Some of them are better than others. I didn't.
I mean, Romulus to me felt very one-off. It was your standard, like.
Yeah, I mean, did it really add anything? Maybe not, but it was still. I still thought it was exciting, and I liked it. I guess, like, I enjoyed my time watching it, but it didn't really add.
Sure, but it wasn't like an Alien movie. It was like your standard, like, people trapped with a monster movie.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but it was cool that they had. I don't remember the guy's name. The guy that was in it that they.
Your mileage may vary, Doc. Like, some people really like Romulus. I didn't like it. Some people really like I like stuff people don't like. That is totally cool that you liked it. Jamie liked it. I just didn't like it.
Oh,
I didn't see it.
Scarlet will be the deal breaker. Watch it, Scarlet, and tell us.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, I can find it. Probably can find it free somewhere.
Yeah. We should have an Alien watch party and watch them.
I thought the whole point of this I thought the whole point of Boy Cavalier doing this is so you could have just one intellectual conversation with somebody of a smart.
That's what he says. And Wendy, he wants to be a super genius that he can talk to because he's such an arrogant.
He's so bored.
But do you think that's really all true, though? Like, yes. I mean, I think that part is true, but I don't think that's the only reason. I think that
Well, and to make money, plus make money. But
Plus
when you're a
make money, plus
trillionaire,
profit.
that's understood. He's a trillionaire. He always wants to make
Yeah,
more
he
money.
understands profit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. All right, so they're like, she's like, I want to go see my brother, and he's basically like, cha-ching, because he thinks he can get stuff from the ship. I mean, I'm guessing that's why he agrees to send them. He's probably going to tell him to bring.
He doesn't know what's on it, but it's a research vessel, right? And he says like he just wants to salvage it, right?
Yeah, and it's in his area, so he can do that. So yeah, he's like, okay, sure, go.
He does look like Chalamet without a haircut.
It kind of does. It kind of does, yeah.
He could be. Maybe he used to be Timothy Chalamet's stand-in, and now he's becoming an actor in his own right.
Could be.
I love the scene.
I do too.
And I love that guy, the dark-skinned guy in the corner there on the right. The way he's sitting and the way he moves in the scene is so like 10. It's so 10-year-old, right?
It is. Oh, that's what okay, sorry. It was just driving me crazy who that one girl is. And I looked it up. She's from the Wilds, and that's why I know her. And, okay. That's driving me crazy. The one who plays the dark-haired female. Temu Timmy. I like that. That's great. But yeah, I do also love this scene because it is definitely highlighting the fact that they're really kids in these adult bodies. I think they all do a really good job.
I mean, and this is also a scene where that red-haired girl who you can't see, you see her little red hair coming out between those two, where she's like, we can't be hurt, right? And they're like, well, we could be blown up. We could be eaten by a lion. And she's like, no, but we can't get cancer or grow old, right? Like, she doesn't understand. I like the way she understands. I like the way this reminded us the trauma these children have been through and why this life is great for them, because they were suffering so much as children with terminal diseases. And her greatest fear is maybe not being eaten by a monster, it's being like having cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, these kids have some really deep scars, right?
Yeah, for sure. So
it's Lori could do a whole show on that.
Yeah, I'm sure she could. So yeah, Morrow this is where he runs into some of the search and rescue. When I watched the scene, okay, so he ties these guys up, right? He handcuffs them. I meant to go back and I didn't. I wish I had. When the whatever you want to call it, the bug thingy falls on the one, I thought somebody like dropped it on him on purpose. This is what I was saying about missing pieces of it. Like the way that they filmed it, it made me feel like somebody, I don't know, intentionally set it on him. That was why I thought that, like, it was part of why I thought he was trying to, kill people on purpose. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And that's why I figured I missed something.
I mean, Scarlet, did you see the web from the ceiling that it came down on?
No, I just assumed it crawled down on him.
Oh, no.
I was just doing insect things.
It was like coming from like a web or there was like you see my hand? My hand is just, there was like a web coming from the ceiling. It was dangling itself down this web and then dropped itself onto his shoulder.
So it wasn't okay.
It was loose. It was loose, and then it came down on some sort of stretchy, creepy string. And landed on his shoulder and crawled down his back.
So I guess the point is I don't think he necessarily was intentionally getting them killed, but he doesn't care either, right?
Yeah.
I guess
I mean, as Vera says, I think they were just waiting on a warm body. Tick leech. The other one is a tick. The other one, it's like a tick, a big tick, right?
Tick.
And it got loose and it had to eat.
Yeah.
No, nobody did that. So I agree with you, Jamie, that we never saw Morrow kill a human, right? He didn't save them, but he didn't kill them.
Right. Yeah.
Indirectly.
He handcuffed them, though, when he knows that there's xenomorphs loose, though. So there's that. He knew they were going to die, probably, but he didn't kill them.
But they had a chance if search and rescue showed up, right?
Well, they had a chance when they're handcuffed, yeah.
No, they did. If their other colleagues showed up, then they had a chance to be saved. I think he could have shot them and he didn't.
No,
right?
He could have. You're
but
right.
Right?
Probably would have been better off if he did, but
Playing the long game.
Yeah. So that's showing that obviously there was, a chest burster or whatever it's called that, came out
Yum
of
yum.
these. So we know that it's around where they are. And I tried to get a picture of the face hugger there. You can kind of see it. The quality of the video ain't great. It's grainy. I think that's partially the way they filmed it though. You mean movies or are aliens in this movie?
No, I think aliens in this
I mean.
show, right? There's
I
the
didn't count them. So
there's
I don't know.
that creepy plant that was hanging from the ceiling.
Mhm.
There's that
Yeah.
thing that looked like a really cute eyeball thing until it became
Yeah, a little tentacle-y Tim Burton thing, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the tick bug.
The
There's
ectomorph.
there's the xenomorph, and then maybe the face hugger counts as the fifth, or maybe something we haven't seen yet. It's only episode 2.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't.
Maybe the
Well, I
face.
mean, are the insects that drop down from the web different than the ones they fed the rat to? Or is that two different things?
I assumed it was the same. But yeah, maybe they're counting the face hugger. That would be my guess. Which it's the same.
Which is like an earlier stage of the xenomorph, right? But
yeah,
xeno tick eyeball. I thought it was so cute at first, right? The eyeball.
So cute. When it was in the cat's body, it was super
And then
cute.
when it was just in the tank, I was like, oh, it needs a little smiley face. And then it became like killed the cat. That was the end. There could be something that we haven't seen yet. Some of the glass didn't break, right? There's a couple things that are still behind glass.
Oh yeah, there was that one thing. Although I couldn't tell if it was maybe a face hugger in there. It was hard to tell.
Jen thinks the face hugger counts as the fifth.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a very different mode of attack and what it does, right? So yeah, that could be the fifth.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, if you count the face hugger, you could count the eggs too. So I'm not
the
sure.
eggs don't do anything. The eggs don't kill you, right?
Oh yeah, the eggs, yeah. They might not know those are connected.
Oh gosh, the eyeball fella was a lot. Vera, you are the understatement.
The eyeball fella.
But yeah, I'm right. It does seem like a tick because it sucks.
Not eyeball, the leech. The leech was a tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the.
Oh yeah, this poor guy, man. Can you imagine even having a little bug on you and you're handcuffed and can't get rid of it? Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be really bad. The face huggers are in the eggs. The eggs don't count there. All right, so they are on their way to the planet, to the crash on Earth. Excuse me. And yeah, he sort of knows she's gonna try to save her brother. That's her point, right?
so lunch. I just want to go back to all these aliens that are being collected. Luncher made this comment a long time ago. Knowing people, they probably want to figure out if they can.
Just like Darwin did when he went to the Galapagos Islands, because apparently in his notebooks he took notes on how good the animals tasted that they collected.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. So Luncher, I can see it.
Yep. Luncher posed this earlier when we were like, "Oh, do they want to create weapons? Do they want to create vaccines?" And Luncher's like, "No, they probably want to eat them."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
all the above.
I think we're lower on the food chain. I guess we'll.
Yep.
Let's see there. All right. What were some of the other comments? Go ahead and go through the.
That's all that we have that we need to maybe go to right now.
I was going to say the rest from the next episode, more about the next.
Yeah,
episode.
Except for the fact that somebody brought up that what's the guy's name? Kirsch looks like Batty from Blade Runner.
Yeah, he does look like Batty from Blade Runner. He does. I don't have that one handy, but yeah.
The hair and everything, the stare and the hair and all that.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, we are at the end of my pictures for the first episode, so I need to switch to the next episode. So we are going to do both episodes. We're only going to do the first 2, though, guys. So, yeah, I don't want
Maybe
to.
You want them in cereal. Some eyeballs with some tentacles. I could see that being kind of the squid family.
It's a lot of protein, right? It's protein.
True. All right, let me hold on a second. I gotta.
It's all right.
the image here.
I really think, and again, I'm sorry I don't know this actress's name, but have you guys seen the movie Amelie? Doesn't she look like the little
like Audrey Tautou?
She has.
Audrey Tautou?
Audrey, yes. It's those baby bangs.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
those
my
baby
Very French. Very French looking.
Yeah.
French.
All right. Hold on. I'm switching here. All right. So we are now on episode 2. So yeah, I like I said.
Oh no, not a baddie luncher. The movie is called Amélie. I said doesn't she look like Amélie, which is this movie about this French girl who she looks like.
It's done by the same people who did City of Lost Children. If anybody's watched that, I highly recommend that.
I don't know. We watched it in school. I know it was really good. Amelie, I mean, we watched.
Yeah, Amelie.
Here's Big Bro Joe.
Yeah.
Her bro Joe.
Bro Joe.
Yeah. Bro Joe out doing his search and rescue thing. He's very enthusiastic about his job.
Yes. He does not want to stay though. He wants to leave.
Well, we're gonna see that in a bit. Is that this scene where he's trying to
I don't think that's quite yet. I think that's a little later.
Yeah. And we're in the middle.
This is just kind of them going through the ship. I took just a few various shots.
Yeah. They're finding all these dead people everywhere.
Finding all this horrible crap on the ship.
People who are literally ripped in half.
Yeah, they said the one person on the ground, they said she might have been suffocated, but then they said it might be poison because she had blue lips.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a couple photos back because Jimmy went really fast through these.
And like a couple of them.
There we go.
That one.
And that one, I think Joe's like, oh, she's
the scissors. So there's some scissors with some flesh or something.
I don't think they're scissors. I think they're I can't think what they're called, but the clamp thing.
Scarlet, see what happens when you run with scissors? That's why Joe threw away the scissors in Institute.
Yeah, can't do that.
Yeah.
No, I think Joe actually says in the scene, he says, like, so, if not this corpse, another one, he says, oh, this one's been dead for a week. Like, he realizes that they haven't all died in the crash. Some of them have been dead for a while, right?
Yeah. Which we knew they were dead in the crash, but yeah.
I think they're trying to figure that out. That's why it was like, it might be poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was poison,
what are these things exactly here?
I don't know. Some kind of toys, I guess. That's what I would say they look like.
They almost look like chess pieces.
They look like action figures to me.
Oh, kind of. They're wooden figures. Yeah, they could be wooden figures. But I think this is where she is looking at the video. Or no, this is first her conversation with. Here, hold on a second. I got to get up my cast list. So
but her like fake mommy or whatever. This that's the lady who took her
fake
hand.
Mommy.
Fake mommy.
Yeah. Dame
We got Bro Joe and we got fake mommy.
Well, this is the woman who took her by the hand into the room to be converted, right?
Yeah. But this is their conversation we were talking a bit about earlier. Whenever he says that he wants to find somebody smarter than him to talk to.
Oh, when Boy Cavalier says that,
it's so pretentious.
Yeah, it is pretentious. But
yeah, he never says anything that smart where I'm like, oh my God, you're so smart.
Yeah, I know.
He's like the biggest genius on the planet, and he's so arrogant. And like, you don't have to be like that. Like,
no, but he is
Einstein was kind of, I don't know if I'd say he was humble, but maybe there was just no video around him. We don't know what a jerk Einstein was. But
he gets us so bored talking to stupid people.
Oh my God, there's no one as smart as I am. I just wish I could have one person have a conversation with.
One conversation. Jeez.
Oh my God, it's so mean to say to everybody that works for you and is your friend or whatever, right? Oh my God.
I know. She kind of looks at him like,
I gotta make friends. I gotta make them from scratch.
Maybe you can't have a conversation because you're a jerk and everyone hates you, right?
Never.
Yeah. I wish I had a closer look. What is up with this artwork? Is it like artwork, or is it aliens, or is it people? I'm trying to figure out what it is.
Pretty cool. It looks like trees in the one above the.
Yeah,
monitor.
and I think this is actually a girl.
Yeah, it's like a girl with her arms out.
Yes, it's not what I thought it was.
Already,
oh no,
there's like palm trees or something above the monitor. I don't know what the one over here is.
Looks like a person with really long legs running. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's art.
Art.
Sometimes art is just art.
No, I know.
The chair's cool though.
Like a Geiger piece or something though. Yeah,
Some
again, the
Geiger
retro.
art, some erotic
Yeah,
Geiger art
that
for the
would be
kids'
cool.
hallway.
But yeah, a lot of retro stuff. But even just the way he sits, how arrogant, right?
Yeah, eating the apple
Yeah.
like
I don't know. I have a feeling.
the fruit of intelligence. He's just like, the fruit of knowledge. I'm eating it.
I have a feeling Elon Musk might sit like that during meetings.
Is this what it's trying to parody?
Might be.
Golden Child says he's like Bruce Wayne and his superpower is being rich.
Well, he's a trillionaire.
I mean, that is a superpower, right? Like he's
yeah. When we ask what superpower we want, can I take that one?
being rich.
But that's like a Batman. Yeah, Batman
I'll
superpower.
take the $1 trillion.
I mean, boy, he's a genius, right? That's how he became the youngest trillionaire ever, and everyone calls him the boy genius. Kelly's right. He always looks like he's wearing ratty pajamas.
He does.
Always,
It's a
right?
weird outfit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is StreamYard like not working or something? Because we went from like a bunch of people to all of a sudden like 1 and 2 people. Like they all disappeared all of a sudden.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
I don't know. It makes me think it's not reading them right because it was like all of a sudden, or it kicked them out, one or the other. It was, like, up
I mean,
what are you guys talking about in the chat?
Vera says the performances on the show are great. I just want Boy Cavalier would put on some slippers or something. The actors do a great job. So the costume and the way they present him is, it's a little
pompous.
Why is he always barefoot? Why is he always barefoot? Right?
Because he's pompous.
He can do what he wants, right?
Yes. Also, apple eating is a sign of being an asshole in movies and TV.
Exactly.
I don't know if I missed that in film class, but I agree.
It's kind of like if you're drinking milk or your cereal color. It's in that vein.
I totally agree. Yes.
It's from the tree of knowledge. Okay. All right. So this is where they're on their way there, and they have a conversation. I forget why he starts talking about it, but he's talking about his father.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
I don't think we had a photo of that moment when Wendy says, "We can do it." Wendy sees the news report. She's like, "We can do it. We can go. We can do it." And
I think that was in episode 1, though.
Was it in the end of episode 1?
Yeah, I thought. I don't know.
All right. Well, I think we might have skipped over it, but what'd you guys think of that when she's like, "We can do it," and they're like, "No, you can't." She's like, "Yes, we can." And Boy Calder's like, "Let her try."
Well, she only cares about his brother, and he just wants the tech, or the aliens, and doesn't care. But
maybe watch what they do when they're collecting the
that
specimens.
too. But he's probably like, I have more than one. We'll see.
Well,
yes. I got another group of sick kids over here ready to go.
He got the chance to test them, like fell into his lap.
When you have $1 trillion, you can make new ones, right? Yeah.
In some ways, I feel like he's unwilling to sacrifice his investment, and in other ways, I feel like in that moment, he's totally ready to sacrifice his investment. If like Wendy, he feels to be more invested in Wendy.
I can make a new one if they die. I don't care. Like
I don't know about that. No, I don't know about that. I just mean I think that he might be more invested in Wendy than the rest of them.
Well, I think Wendy's his favorite because she was the first.
Well, the oldest child is sometimes the first. Usually not when you're a girl. I speak from experience, but in this case, yes.
That sounds sexist.
But anyway, I'm sorry. So here they are, and this shot you have is the moment that Wendy immediately tells her secret to this other guy. Right? What's his name? I don't know his name, but she immediately.
It's not Steve.
That's me.
I don't know. They're all named after Peter Pan characters.
Slightly? Is this slightly?
Slightly.
Yeah,
it might be
slightly, right?
Yeah.
That's slightly. She tells him, like, I mean, I don't know how long she's known him, but she tells him pretty quickly, like, oh, by the way, I have a brother down there, and we're going, right? Like, she's incapable of keeping a secret. And being a child, I guess she doesn't understand the importance of keeping that secret, right?
Yeah. Well, she thinks he won't tell anybody else, though, because when he tells the other kid, she freaks out. It's like, you just told him. But this is where I know he says back to her about his father that his father got sick and died, and they burnt him on I forget what they said, but a holy, part of his funeral.
Fire?
Yeah, on a holy fire. And I forget what he called it. Oh, pyre.
A pyre,
Okay.
Pyre, right?
Okay, they burn him on the holy pyre. But he said that he worried that what if he wasn't dead and they burn him anyway? I feel like this is just kind of like, I don't know, just kind of is like, highlighting the fact that that's something like, I mean, a lot of people could feel like that, but I feel like that's something that a younger person would say, like, I don't know. That's what I felt like, but I guess really anybody could feel like that if you did that. I don't know.
I mean, that's the way a child worries about a funeral, right? Like,
yeah.
Or it's a conspiracy.
Yeah. But no, yeah, he immediately tells the other guy, and she's like, that was a secret. And you're right with what you said. Like, she just told him and didn't think anything of it, but she doesn't want him telling anybody else.
Yeah,
So,
they're little kids. Because they're little kids.
They're not very, very great at this. They're a learning. So we still have the other ones, Joe and them,
A decision rescue team
on Earth, trying to get through the building that it crashed into. I'm looking to see. I'm trying to look in the notes and see where it matches. But yeah, we have them. See, okay, this is almost at the flashback. That was what I was trying to see. So they're going through the building, and this is, I think, right before. I couldn't get a picture of the jump. That was why.
This is the hole in the ceiling where they first.
Yeah, there's a hole in the ceiling, but there's a hole in the floor too, and like they're telling him he has to jump over to the other floor. And the two people jump, and he's left there, and they're like, kind of trying to get him to jump across. But then he hears something above him, and that's when there's the xenomorph coming down from the ceiling. And will he survive? And he does make it out, but he's after trying to call somebody to, find somebody else in the building that's still alive, because he has been separated from the other ones. He gets in the elevator in order to get away from the xenomorph. I kind of feel like, I don't know, like these scenes, like there's no way Joe's going to die, right? Like, we know that he has to reunite with his sister. So I wasn't too worried about him. So I don't know that these scenes to me were very harrowing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like the first 2 episodes are kind of like a build-up, because it kind of starts taking off in episode 3.
But I thought these scenes were good. Like, a lot of people do get killed. We know that Joe can't get killed now. I'm not sure. I don't think he can ever get killed.
Right. No, I just think he can't get killed until he sees his sister, because that's the point.
Well, and then he does see his sister. Yeah. So in this scene, you knew he couldn't get killed in this scene, because his sister was right around. Yeah, there's no way he was going to get killed yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so now he's seen the xenomorph. He's one of the first people to see it, really.
Yeah, they don't realize what's there until it comes down out of the ceiling.
So it's too late.
Too late. Well, generally, if you see a xenomorph, it is too late. Right?
All right.
You just have to show it. You just don't have to show it fear, Jamie.
Yeah. Well, according to Maura,
and they'll just walk away.
Apparently, and probably being a cyborg probably helps. Excuse me. So this is where we see the flashback of Joe, that he went to, I don't know what you want to call it, the corporate office.
I think that might be HR.
Went to HR
pretty much.
run by a robot to retire. I guess to be maybe that's not the best way to describe it.
Why is there like a no helmet sticker? No helmets.
I think he wants to. Let's say he wants to resign his commission, kind of, right?
Yeah, he wants to resign, and he is he's already been commissioned for so long, and they're not willing to let him leave.
Well, he's gotten into med school and he got a scholarship.
Yes, and he wants to leave, but he's already kind of owned by the company right now until he's done with his amount of time he's got to serve. It reminds me a lot of, like, there's a scene kind of like this on Romulus, like, you can't, he's a conscript or whatever. What is it? Conscription? Conscript. Yeah. That I was thinking of Dead City, but yeah, he's like, it's like you can't leave until you're done your term. Doesn't matter why, and they probably keep extending their term, I'm guessing, so they don't ever leave. At least I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah, that's how Romulus is. They're basically like indentured servants, right?
Yeah, but like there is no paying them off. There is no ending it.
It's like it's very much like the maybe 19th century, even the 18th century, where people became indentured servants and you work for the company, but they charge you every day for your housing and your uniform and your tools.
Yeah.
And so you can never pay off your debt. You will always be like working for them. And he's gotten to med school. He's gotten a scholarship. He can like really do much more, but they're like, no, sorry. But we know later why this. We know later what this is about.
Yeah, I was going to say about why he. That's what I was trying to remember is why.
It's about Ice Age is what it's about.
Why he signed up or ended up there in the first place was what I was trying.
No, I mean later we learned that Wendy like engineered that he would be denied because she doesn't want him to leave the planet. He was going to go to med school on like Mars or someplace like that. Wendy made it. We learned later that Wendy made it say no, so he would.
Okay, see, I took. Okay,
right? Did I understand that correctly, you guys?
I understood it differently. I thought that she was saying he stayed behind because of her because she was sick. But I thought the thing with her saying no, I thought she was just moving the robot because she wanted it like to react to him, and she was like quoting the Ice Age back or whatever.
I think you're supposed to think
the denial came from her. I thought the denial was a denial from the
later in episode 2 she admits it, right? You got right, Scarlet? Like later in episode 2 she tells him like, I'm sorry I couldn't let you leave because I knew that I wanted to find you.
Okay, see,
sure. I thought it was just a little bit of a bit to throw in an Ice Age joke, but I can understand.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought she meant that.
I've never seen Ice Age, so I'm sorry I didn't get it.
Yeah,
well, they had that little joke when they were watching Ice Age when they were kids.
Oh, when they were kids,
they had that thing about being fury, like furious, but it's furry, like furry with 2 R's.
I was gonna say, like, why do they watch 150-year-old movies? And then I remember the other night when I was like, you guys have to watch Metropolis, which is from like 1922.
See? It's a classic.
Yeah. So let me ask you though, what do you think? I mean, do you think that the movie Ice Age has like any relevance other than they just picked a movie somebody liked or maybe Noah Hawley liked it? I don't know. I just was curious, like, what that was relevant other than the joke. I mean, they brought it back around, but I was trying to figure out, like, is there a point?
Well, the Ice Age took out the dinosaurs, so maybe that's metaphorical that these hybrids are going to be taking out the humans, or exomorphs are going to be taking out the humans.
Maybe
Things going to be taking out the humans like an Ice Age.
I haven't watched more than 5 minutes of it, but I think I'd be surprised if a Ray Romano movie was
the death of everything.
No, but I just mean there might be some message behind the fact they chose.
See, Vera says she said she did it. She told me
because she was sick. I missed it.
She said she did it. She told the boys it was her fault on the ship.
Okay.
So
I said something, but I missed what she said.
Thank you, Vera, because I said she says it later in the episode, and maybe she doesn't admit it to Joe, but she admits it here also, according to Vera.
See, I just thought they were going to turn him down anyway, but she was using it to communicate with the Ice Age stuff, so he would be like,
that's
I'm confused. Did I get a message from my sister?
She was using it to keep him on planet, so she could eventually find him.
That makes sense.
I mean, it does make sense, but I totally missed that part. I thought the denial was the company part.
Yeah, me too.
That makes more sense. So
look, I'm not saying the company wouldn't have denied him also, but she made sure they denied him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There he is talking to the robot.
You know, it also kind of reminded me of
Welcome to your future, everyone.
Portal robot a little bit.
Remind you of what?
Portal robot. The one portal robot. I don't know. That's what it reminded me of.
What's a portal robot?
From the game Portal.
Oh, the game Portal?
Yeah. Over my head. Sorry.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Jamie.
The one that's played by the guy that I can't think of his name, but I'd recognize his voice if I heard it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. It just made me think about it.
I guess
I'm just saying we're looking into our future right there.
Yeah.
About 20 years.
That's my HR department in 50 years.
Probably will be.
Yeah, that's my bank right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Oh God, don't you hate you just when you say the bank, you make me think I really, really hate calling any place on the phone anymore. Like I end up swearing.
I'm the person that just goes into my bank and talks to people in my bank.
No, I don't mean necessarily bank. It just made me think of like when you're calling someplace and you can't get a human. Like I end up swearing at the AI. Like they're like, "Do you want this department?" And like, tell us, we can help you serve you better if you tell us what you want. we can understand full
No.
sentences or whatever.
I just
And then
keep
you
pressing
you
0.
don't understand what the hell you say. Yeah, I just keep pressing 0 and say customer service, customer service.
They just can't translate my scream.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder though if they could hear if they like have, because they're AI, like maybe if when you swear they don't give you what you want, because I end up swearing at them.
Some bitter AI.
Better AI.
I can't think.
Yeah, that they're annoying, and a lot of times they take you to the wrong department. And I'm like, "Is this department?" Well, that's not what I said. I'm glad you're.
Well, you have a
very
harder
nice
time
right
than
now.
I do. I usually just get through whatever I need to get done.
Yeah, well, sometimes they don't let you through. It depends on what it is. It's just really, really annoying.
Yeah.
It's
All
like
right.
you're
So
never
anyway,
yeah. So anyway, they're
Karen needs to go
this
sleep
is where
soon.
they knew that he was watching him, and they were kind of trying to see what she was doing.
Yeah, all these X-rays behind them, like. Ooh.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
what is that? Is that her? I mean, is that?
No, I don't think necessarily her. I think they have any number of kids that they're.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, is it their?
And so they're being sent in there. I mean, I'm going to go back to Vera's comment. So these kids are going in and they're watching them. You know, Vera feels like they can't do it. They're just superpower kids. We're never shown signs that they have any training, right? It's a good point.
No.
Like when Wendy's like, let's go in there, we can do it. Really? Like,
I'm kind of assuming they had training, but they should have shown whether they did.
Well, they put didn't they put genius brains into them, like genius brain?
Well, they've been like hooked up by, but we've never seen them. Vera's right. We don't know if they have any first aid training. They have no crisis training.
But they have genius brain. They'll just figure it out, like Boy Cavalier did.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
That's all you need.
But when Vera says they can't do it, like, is this going to come to be a disaster because these kids are not trained?
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be a disaster. One way or another, it's an alien franchise.
There'd be no movie if it wasn't.
It isn't like, and they all lived happily ever after.
Just ask it. All right.
But I think the point of this scene is that they didn't know she could connect with the technology like that. They say something like the data goes both ways. Like they can transfer data into her, but she can also go, send stuff out. That was the point of that scene.
Yeah.
Which could become important later. We don't know. But yeah, she is talking to or not, well, kind of talking to her brother.
No, she's watching him, right?
She's looking at him, talking to him through the robot, that kind of thing.
Oh, in that scene,
yeah. And stuff crashing.
This is where they
know. That definitely looks like Blade Runner with like the humongous television on top of a building.
I guess. I mean,
I don't know, do they have? I wouldn't be surprised if like big cities had things like that now, but I don't know that I've ever seen one.
I mean, where I live, which is not a humongous city, like we have a lot of video billboard. Most of the billboards downtown are converted to video billboards.
Yeah, we're finally getting digital billboards where I'm at. Like I've finally seen a couple in town.
And a lot of tall office buildings are installing them. I mean, that's not as futuristic as it once was.
The things that reminded me of Blade Runner is when they're in the building and they have those aerobic people they're walking past. They're on the video monitor. That reminds me much like Blade Runner.
Yeah, you guys are really making me want to watch Blade Runner.
I love watching all the Blade Runners and all the featurettes. I had a whole set that had probably about 8 hours.
The Blade Runners. How many Blade Runners are there? There's 2 movies, right?
There's all different cuts of the movie. There's like
there's
3 or 4 different cuts.
Many cuts of that movie.
Yes, there's many cuts. You know, I don't think I ever watched the end of the series. I saw part of the animated series when I got sent, like, I think.
Black Lotus.
Yeah, and then I don't even know what network it was. I got sent the screeners for TCA, and then like I never got to see the end, and I wanted to.
I have it on DVD. I'm gonna watch it soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway,
getting sidetracked. Sorry.
Karen's gonna lasso us in here. She's
like, "Shut up!"
Like, I need to go to bed by 3:00.
Yeah. No, that's only one. We're okay. Now I think we're doing pretty good for 2 episodes.
We are.
We're doing pretty good. All right, so
now they go in.
Yeah, they go in, and she looks at the video screens and sees. Well, no, first she starts scrolling. then she sees her brother, because these are like apparently like iPad screens, and I don't know if other people can change them, but she can change it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool when she put her finger in like that.
Yeah, because the way it warped makes me think other people can't do that. And it's
Yeah.
just
I think maybe all the, if we're going to call them the Lost Boys, even some are girls, I think the Lost Boys probably could all do it, but they're just not quite as far along as humans.
true.
They don't try it, right?
Right, but she wants to see
But
her brother,
humans can't.
and they're like, "What is she doing?"
He does look like Rutger Hauer with that blonde bleached hair, right?
He does.
He does have that vibe, that baddie vibe,
and the little black roots at the bottom,
Yeah. But
and he's a cyborg, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can do it. I don't think he can do what Wendy can do.
No, but he's enhanced. Yeah, no, they're hybrids. He's a cyborg. If I got that straight, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she sees her brother and she's like, "Where is this?" And all these people that are standing around are like, "What is she doing? How is she doing this?" And she's just like, "Where is this? Tell me now."
Wait, that guy has to be synthetic.
No.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He has to be synthetic because he locks Boy Cavalier out later out of the lab.
You're right. He's a synth. He's not a cyborg. He's a synth. Yeah.
Okay, now why do you say he's a synthetic? Why are you saying that?
Because later on he locks Boy Cavalier out of the lab because those eggs want to like attach to anything that's actual human life, and if he was a cyborg, he'd have human life.
That must be episode 3. I didn't get that far.
I know, but I was explaining why he is a synth.
No, that's fine. I just wondered. I didn't get quite that.
I had to go forward to explain it to you.
I thought he just felt synthy, and I don't know if they might have mentioned it earlier, but anyway, he
does feel like a baddie android.
Yeah, he feels androidish. Anyway, Wendy's she's solely focused on, while they're on search and rescue and really a recovery mission, not search and rescue. She's wholly focused on her brother, and for some reason, Kirsch is willing to give her this rope to let her go. They're letting her leash out. Like, they're not.
I think you guys are right with what you said before. Maybe they're trying to see where it goes.
Well, and here's their downfall. As Vera says, stop. They really don't know what they created with the Lost Boys, right? They don't. And so they're giving Wendy some length, which is like, I don't know. They're like, it's not science. They're just like, there's no guardrails. They're just like, let's see what she does. Let's try it, right? Let's see what it does.
I think that's Boy Cavalier's way of doing things. Like, let's assume
fast and loose, shoot from the hip.
Well, that's what I said. He probably
let's not wear shoes.
He can make new ones. He's got enough money. It's not like he can't, right?
Yeah.
Got our group of 6 kids on its way.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what this guy was. I took a picture of it because it looked cool, but I wasn't sure what he was doing.
Yeah, what is that guy doing?
It looks like he's torching the door. Maybe he's sealing it. I don't know. That was the only thing
he was doing that in the first episode too, and I wasn't really quite sure what he was doing.
I don't know. It looks like he's.
But they need a lot of that work.
Yeah.
Maybe like a solder. I don't know. To me, it looks kind of like a flamethrower soldering iron thing.
Well, in the first episode, his hand turned into a blowtorch, and he sealed the door so that girl couldn't get out.
Oh, is that Morrow? Because
no, it's not.
The one that his arm turned into something.
Because in episode 1, it was just a worker.
But this is not Morrow. This is not Morrow. I don't know.
I didn't think so.
I mean, maybe there are other android workers down there. I don't know.
But that doesn't look like that's his hand. It looks like he's holding a tool.
It does. Yeah, it does. I don't really know. I don't think it really matters. I think you.
No, it doesn't. I just thought it looked cool. Yeah. I wanted to look, and I still didn't. What is who is this guy? What is his name? Because
Adrian Edmondson. He's from the Young Ones. He's one of my favorites.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think what
you guys have never seen the Young Ones, but everybody in the chat should watch the Young Ones right now.
I have not, but I know him from something.
Run, don't walk.
Problem. That's what he's from. 3 Body Problem.
He's from the Young Ones.
Okay, well, I don't know what that is.
Right.
But I
don't really.
No, I just wondered. It was dry. It was sometimes.
Who is he in the show? Who is he in the show that we're watching?
His character name is Adam Eanes. Adam Ends. I don't know how you say it. Right. Adam Eanes. Yeah.
Adam Ends. That's a metaphor name.
Yeah, he works for Boy Cavalier. So, so he gets a call from this woman who is, Her name is, I don't know. Her name is something.
Oh, she's the CEO of Wayland Company.
Utani or whatever. Yeah. So you were right. I had it backwards. She's like, don't you touch my shit. And he's like, you're on my property. Too bad. I mean, that's basically how that conversation goes, right?
Yeah. Wayland Utani. Thank you, Vera. Yeah. She's like, it's my ship. And he's like, oh, it's on my land. And she's like, no, it's my ship. And he's like,
too bad. I'm the one who's there. So she can't do anything about it. Like, right.
Yeah.
So,
and she wants to make a deal, but she kind of doesn't want to make a deal. And,
Yeah. I think that Vera's comment's interesting. All the other kids kind of look like themselves except Wendy. I wonder if Wendy looks like someone from Boy K's past. I don't know.
They didn't look like it at all.
I was going to say, I don't know if you can. How would you know if she looked like her? Like, I feel like some of them, they looked like them. Like the one girl had sort of red hair and their skin color was similar. She didn't have any hair, so it was kind of hard to tell if she looked like her. I feel like. I don't know. That's what so I wasn't sure.
I mean, I feel like young Wendy I think that old Wendy, has kind of a small head, and but I don't know if she really is physically like the young child. But who knows? I mean, I think the important part of Vera's comment is like, does she look like someone from Boy K's past?
That would be interesting if he did make them look like people he knew or
something. As brief as his past is.
Yes. Yeah, he's not very old.
I mean, I think there might be, I think to Vera's comment, like, I really like where Vera's thinking because
I do too.
Because like, why are they giving Wendy all this leash and all this rope, and why is Boy so like, oh, let her try, right? Like maybe he does have an affinity for her for some reason.
Maybe, but I just wonder that it's just he's kind of like, I have enough of them. If she dies, it's fine. Or if she dies,
I really, Jamie, did not get that opinion. I'm not getting that. I don't get that same feeling.
I did during the one scene. I just kind of took it that he didn't really care because he could make more. I mean, maybe I'm wrong.
I think they each cost probably like $500,000, $1 billion.
Yeah, but he's a trillionaire.
I don't
it's like a drop in the bucket. I'm just saying, like, he's a trillionaire. He probably
I don't feel like they're disposable. I personally did not get the feeling that these children are disposable to him.
Okay, that's fair. No, that one conversation made me think.
He didn't order them into the crash scene. It was Wendy who asked, and then he said, okay.
But he was kind of like, okay, sure, why not? So
only when she asked. He didn't say like
very cavalier.
I know, Scarlet, what do you think? Do you think he feels these kids are disposable and he's just going to make more? I don't really. Do you think, Jamie, there's an unlimited list of parents who are lining up to put their terminal?
You asked me a question. I didn't get a chance to answer.
Sorry, Scarlet. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What do you think about that?
Probably, maybe both.
Oh, great.
Like, you're both right. Now, though, I think there probably are an unlimited number of people, though, that have sick kids that would be willing to do that. You asked that question. I think the answer to that is yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're valuable to him to get what he needs to get done. But if they do die in the middle, he's probably got more money to make more.
Right, but he only has like 10 right now. Personally, I didn't get the feeling they were disposable to him. And that he was just like, send him in, they all die. I don't think he can make 10 more by tomorrow.
Think you go shop for the Doctor's Mountains boots thing? Gonna just yell over everybody.
Goldchild says, though, he doesn't understand money
Dr.
expenses.
Martins,
that's
Dr.
kind of
Martins,
where
Dr.
I'm going.
Martins
Like,
boots,
he's a trillionaire.
Dr. Martins boots.
Yeah. That was kind of what I was thinking.
But Jamie, he can't make more tomorrow.
No, you're right. I'm just saying I got that opinion when he told him they could go for whatever reason.
So here you and I have separate opinions, and we'll see how it evolves in the next couple of weeks. And then one of us will say, I told you so to the other.
Yes, definitely. Well, I like that. I like we don't agree. Well, half the time we don't. It's good.
It's more fun if we don't agree.
Yeah, I know. So here's some more weird art, which I have to like zoom in on because I want to see. It looks almost like a treasure map, kind of, doesn't it? It's weird.
Because X marks the spot?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Anyway, he's just sitting there, but again, no shoes. He's just kind of like, he does look like he's in pajamas all the time. He just, yeah.
I love to wear pajamas as much as possible.
Yeah. Yeah,
Ugh.
it's a weird expression. But yeah, he's like, I'll do what I want. It's my city or whatever, and yeah. So yeah, they have gotten down to where all the shit's going down,
All the kids going
and
in.
yeah, they see where the building is. The floors have fallen through, and I think I don't have a picture of it, but I think this is where she found her brother's bag, maybe.
Oh, maybe, yeah. She finds his backpack.
Yeah, and why is he called Hermit? Did you get why he was called Hermit?
I think
missed
that's their
something
last
there.
name. I think their last name was Hermit.
Oh,
I
okay,
think
well, I
Hermit.
missed that one.
I
Yeah,
think
his last name's Hermit. A lot of them have interesting last names. There was one
Yeah.
named Malachite that was interesting. They have really unusual last names.
Yeah. I think his name is Joe Hermit, and I think her name was like whatever Hermit. I forget her name was. I don't know if we ever knew her name before Wendy.
Yeah,
Joe
I don't
Hermit.
remember what it is, but it's
Joe
there's
Hermit.
something.
And whatever.
No, it started with
Marcy, I think.
Yes, Marcy. He said his sister's name was Marcy.
Yeah.
I think Hermit is his last name. Yeah.
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 So they are going to
Marcy Hermit.
investigate. And this kid on the right, I kept thinking he really looks like Jacob Anderson. I don't know why, but that's what I kept thinking.
Oh, I
when
don't
somebody
think so.
was-
Yeah, he does have
Not
a
like
Jacob
in this
Anderson
scene,
vibe.
but when he's looking at the plant thing, it was making me think of Jacob Anderson. I don't know why.
It's a vibe.
There's the
it's a vibe.
creepy plant thing.
Yeah, that looks like a testicle or something. I don't know.
No, I didn't think so. I thought it was
I don't know why I
I'm
thought
sure
that
it
right now
is.
as I'm looking at this. Don't listen
maybe
to
he
me.
has to
With
have
beer.
that fine. I think
It's
it's
getting
just man. I kind of really. We might show another shot of this later. I like the part where Kirsch says, "Look, it looks like a plant, but we don't know what it is. It's from another planet, and we have no idea. And so while it looks like flora, it could be fauna." I think is what he
Yeah.
says, right?
Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah.
And I really thought it might eat someone before this episode was over, but it didn't.
Yeah,
What, like
I
Little
thought-
Shop of Horrors?
Yeah.
I
mean,
Audrey too,
Like
is
later
I believe that-
on when it puts out that long thing and it's like and that boy is looking right at it, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna eat your face, but it doesn't.
I had a little Seymour plastic thing that like opened and closed. I think it was like from McDonald's or something. I must have been really, really little when that movie came out. And I know it's
Mhm.
based on a plane and everything, but I must have been really little when
Yeah.
it came out because I remember I had this little McDonald's toy and I remember for whatever reason I really liked it. And I always call it, because I've probably been told this story. I say I remember it, but I've probably been told this story. But I always called it the Feed Me monster. Go, "Feed me." I just remember having this little thing.
And did it attack you with a little spine from inside?
No.
Anyway, this thing, I really thought
came out in '86. I was 4, so there you go. At least I had a reason.
I was just surprised this didn't bite somebody before the episode was over.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was going to do something too. I really did. Ha! Thank you. He does look like Jacob Anderson. He does in that shot, that's for sure. I think it's just. 'cause
Well,
we were
he's
just
also
watching
in Interview with the
Sandman.
Vampire and the Sandman.
Yeah, I think it's because we were just watching Sandman and it was making me
Yeah.
think of it. But yeah. All right.
Oh, and
so,
Time Stalker. Remember Time Stalker too.
Yeah, or Time Stalker. Yeah. So yeah, don't touch the plant. Feed me Seymour, but don't.
Yeah,
touch
don't touch the plant.
All
Don't
right.
touch anything, really, is the key.
I know, right? On this place. All right. So these people, these men, are already like skeletons because this tick thingy has sucked all the blood out of them.
Mm,
That was terrible.
yum.
Yep,
Nasty.
they're dead. And now I don't know his name, but he finds
Morrow. Oh no, that guy's name
that's
is
the other guy.
that guy's name is that's Smee. That's Smee, right?
Okay, I can't keep him straight, so I don't
I
remember.
think that's Smee.
Yeah, Smee. It is Smee. All right. So Smee, yeah, he's scared, obviously, for good reason. There is an alien that has been autopsied.
Alien autopsy.
Watching the fall.
I loved Smee through all of these.
Mm.
Oh my god.
So that eye.
Here,
So
kitty,
that,
kitty, kitty.
so that eye is the eye of the alien thing, I guess.
That's
Oh,
the little
pretty kitty.
cute little eyeball guy. All of a sudden now is not so cute, right? That's
Pretty
the
little
eye.
kitty.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, now
I
pretty
mean, I
kitty.
knew that was coming because Scarlet warned me.
Yeah. I
Just
know
glad
you don't
you
like the
did.
animal stuff.
I was glad you did. Fletcher the cat freaked me
And
out.
that's
Yeah.
actually the cat's eyeball. That's not its little smiley eye face, right? That's the cat's eyeball in that
Well,
shot.
the one eyeball is its own, and it had an eyeball on the other side that was cat's. But then both the eyes went away when it came out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That eye. Wait. That eye is part of the alien, right? That's the alien.
No. It had a smaller eye head in the beginning. I think that's the cat's eyeball. Go back.
Oh,
go
good.
back.
We got to
Go
look
back
at it again.
after it's got multiple eyes, like irises, but I think that's the same.
Oh, you think
eyeball,
there's
isn't it?
two of those irises in there?
I think you don't need to
That's
go back.
just
Go
the
back.
same.
Go back.
This is like a Tim Burton nightmare.
That is not the cat's eye. That's the thing's eye, right?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but I think the
alien
other eye is the cat's eye, isn't it? Or is it both of their
The
eyes?
eye on the left is the cat's real eye. The eye on the
Yeah.
right is the alien eyeball creature, right?
Yes, that's what I was saying. Maybe you misunderstood what I was saying. That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
but when it crawls out, there's those eye sockets, though.
Ugh.
Well, I don't think you can see the.
Well, it's half of a cat anyway.
It was pretty
one
graphic.
cat's
right?
eye
Like,
socket, to be fair.
like-
So
it was pretty graphic. Like we
It was.
Yeah, it's pretty
We're
gross.
from-
I thought the cat was totally alive too, which I was like, wow.
Jamie gave us like the before and after shots, but we had like
Yeah.
the poor cat's exploding head in the middle of it.
Well,
yeah,
I don't
she
need to
looks
see
like-
that.
Oh my god! Yeah, why?
And it freaked us out, right?
So it has like one iris and pupil, and then like it spins around. Suddenly, it has all these little eyes on the eyeball.
Yeah,
In
It
order
looks
to-
like a little,
messed up.
it's like a piece of calamari, right? Doesn't it look like calamari?
Delicious. That's
I
what's going to
know,
be on the
yeah.
menu.
Yeah, kind of. And thankfully,
Profit.
well, first I missed the picture. I didn't get the one where it was like attacking her face and like stuck little suckers in her face. I wondered
Mhm.
if something was going to happen to her later because that went into
Yeah.
her.
I thought it was trying to crawl in her face.
Yeah, well, it was definitely trying to crawl in her face like the cat, but they didn't get it. And I don't think it's cute. It's weird. It's gross.
I think that's
Uh,
cute. Little Tim
When
Burton
it
guy.
comes on her face
Little
and
Tim
it's
Burton
like,
little alien.
how do y'all find this cute? It just in the first scene when we saw earlier in the first episode when it was in its little tank and it had its little eyeballs, it was kind of cute. I'm not saying it's cute now.
Well,
But
maybe
then
it was
again, I
pink.
thought the scorpion was cute, so that's my level of cuteness.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, it tried to burrow itself in her face and with
Yes.
its tentacles. She stopped it. We don't know if it's going to come back to make a difference later, but
Well, I was a little surprised at that, given that she's not human.
Well,
Yeah, I
maybe
don't
this one
know.
just likes everything instead of the
maybe it
xenomorph
tried and it
after
couldn't do it,
the.
though, too.
Maybe it,
It
yeah,
doesn't
maybe it
matter.
tries and it drops off, right? Like maybe it attacks and then it's like, oh, that's not like maybe like you know how like a bee might go by a fake flower and be like, oh, forget this, I'm going to a real flower. Like maybe
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe.
it tried and then it was going to drop off, or maybe their skin is like some kind of human-y kind of skin, right?
That's
Yeah.
possible.
Because they're hybrids.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't know. But either way, Smee catches it and they're like calling for what's his name again? I already forgot what his name was. Kirsch.
Kirsch.
Like, Kirsch, get in here. Whoop.
Why did that turn to my icon?
We must have lost her there for a second and it
Uh-oh.
jumped you to the other spot. That's why. She'll come back and then I'll fix it. Sorry. There we go.
There it is.
Oh my god!
All right.
You guys kicked me out for talking too much.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I
I
hear.
don't know what happened there. Poor Nibs. Imagine how strong it is that she struggles to get it off. Is that her name? I was gonna say, what's her
Yes.
name? I don't know any other
Nibs.
name. I don't remember.
Yeah, and she has. I didn't think of
Yeah.
that. She has superhuman strength, right?
Yeah. Well, they want you
That's-
to, it has to seem.
That's also the name of my cat, so we call her Cat Nibbles or the cat's Nibs. So I think of her and I think of the cat. They all have cat names.
That's funny.
Well, one guy has an adverb slightly. That's his name.
Slightly. Yeah.
Yeah, true. So yeah, they call Kirsch. But meanwhile, she gets to Joe finally and tries to get him to go with them. Because she thinks she can protect him. And then here's the claw mark. Because somebody says it's a scratch and she said it's his claw, which is totally true. You'd think they would have picked up on that, but yeah. Big bear. Oh, that's right. They say it's a bear at the beginning. Something about like they think it's a bear. They
The
do.
prodigy bear.
Someone says, "Do you think that's
I
a
was saying
bear?"
the kids
Yeah.
do. Yeah. The kid and they don't seem very scared. of it either. And I think this goes back to their learning their emotions again or whatever, because they
Mhm.
don't, when they talk about it like a bear.
Well,
and
when
they see all
Samuel
the
says it's like
bodies-
a bear, I think it's kind of like the Prodigy the Prodigy logo is a cute bear, but a bear can also be vicious.
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, either way, the kids didn't, when they were talking about it and looking at the bodies that were ripped apart, and I don't think I have a picture of it, but when they were in that room looking at the bodies, they didn't seem very scared of this bear. So
Well, I mean, the kids have very different, like back in the lab, Slightly is very scared of the eyeball calamari, right? Like, I wonder if like their individual personalities are still part of who they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's not scared. The kids in the lab are really pretty scared. I mean, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are of that, just not really of the bear or what they think of the bear. And I'm sorry, that wasn't him with Wendy, unless they were out of order. That's the wrong thing. This is him with that guy. That he finally found somebody who I guess he thinks can help him, and then not gonna happen because Xenomorph is that guy's a goner, and Joe's only okay because it throws his body on top of him in pieces. There is this whole
Don't kill Joe. Although
I think I skipped where he knocked at the door. Because they knocked, and that guy answered at the party you were talking about.
Yeah, the Eyes Wide Shut party.
Yeah, and he's like, if we gotta leave, Joe or Boy Cavalier will call me or whatever. And then they knock back and they're like, get out of there. And they all end up massacred.
I mean, it's a great scene. Like Joe knocks on the door and they're obnoxious rich people. And they're like, oh, if it was bad, Boy would call me. And Joe's like, there's a spaceship like in the lobby.
They don't even let him finish.
Well, when it gets real bad. That's fine.
He's already shut the door, so.
Well, he's like synthetic anyway, so like it matters.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The guy that answered the doors is synthetic.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
because he was split in half and crawling across the floor.
Oh yeah.
I kind of figured at that point he's eat the rich.
And what do you think? I mean, I think Fiora's right. Joe should have died like 4 times in this episode, but in this episode he has plot armor. I don't know if he will retain it for the entire show, but for now he's got major plot armor, right?
He does.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that she says eat the rich for real. Yeah. The Xenomorph does not care who you are unless you have plot armor. That picture is awesome. There is the Xenomorph. Now, I know earlier, and it's in one of our starred comments, the Queen. But no, I was going to say that earlier, who was it? Dieter said that the Xenomorphs were a little bit big and they liked when they're skinny. This Xenomorph is skinny. This Xenomorph looks like the skinny Xenomorph, so maybe it depends who's in the suit. I don't know.
It's a little bit too thick for you, Dieter.
I think it looks quite small compared to in the original Alien movie where it's enormous and Ripley has to put on that big suit to fight it. It's this Xenomorph.
It almost looks like a runner, like the one of the dog-like ones.
It kind of does. To me, this Xenomorph is only like 6.5, 7 feet tall, and the one in Alien was like 12, 14, right?
But it also might depend who's in the suit at the time too. Like there could be more than one stunt people or whatever.
But see, that would be really shitty. That it looks different depending on who's in the suit. I think it maybe is a little younger and is just not as big as the one we saw.
No, I mean if it was different between the episode. I meant like if it changed within the episode, it might be because that's a stunt person as opposed to the actor or whatever.
But Dieter thinks it's too fat.
Yeah, I don't know. That shot, it looks very skinny, but who knows? Either way.
Actually, I don't like this shot because it looks like just a human being diving into an Olympic swimming pool who has a tail.
Yeah, exactly. It looks exactly like a human being.
It's not quite alien looking in this. I did love, if we go back to the comment that we had up earlier, which was
I unstarred it because I put it up, so I don't have it now. But
I'm sorry.
I think it was there.
Comment about how it sat up on the balcony until it leapt. It was pretty awesome. Jamie just caught this shot of it in not the best possible version of it, I guess. But the way it sat up there and then it jumped was pretty cool, right? This is maybe not the best shot, but I think it's pretty small. I think it looks, do you think it looks a bit too big and fat? To me, it has looked small for the entire 2 episodes.
But you might be right. It might be a baby.
Yeah, maybe it hasn't eaten enough people or whatever.
It's not really eating people.
We don't know. It doesn't eat people. You're right. What does it eat? But
or just nibbles. Just take some nibbles, like eats a little bit, and he's like, enough of that.
But it hasn't grown enough yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's the action shot. So Morrow shoots it and zaps it, and
he tases it.
He tases it with that thing, and Joe thinks he saves him, and he's like, "Oh, thanks," and then he tases him. He's like, "No." So this is again where it's like, why is he? Is it just to keep the other humans away? Like, there's got to be a reason why he's like, either attacking them or tying them up. Like, I don't know if it's just because he needed to get the alien out of there.
I mean, I'm not
he wanted to stop him. I don't know.
I don't know what this overlaps with, but ever since Isaac Asimov wrote the first iRobot, the first rule of robotics is like a robot can't endanger a human. I wonder if Morrow, he's a cyborg. He's not a.
Yeah, it's not a robot.
Yeah, he's not a robot. He can do whatever the hell he wants.
I think he doesn't want to kill humans. He doesn't have to, which is totally fine. Like,
yeah,
why?
I just think his goal is getting those samples back to what's or not.
But that's what I mean. Like, if he's not bad, why is he attacking them? Is my point.
I really don't think bad and good is what you can apply to this. I don't think he's bad. He's an employee of the corporation, and he's doing what his job is.
Right, but I mean, I don't think he's supposed to be a killer, is what I'm saying. So
he doesn't kill anybody. He's not killing anybody.
But what I'm saying is, like, there's got to be a reason why he chose to shock Joe as opposed to helping him
instead of killing him. It was either
killing him.
But he could have just saved him instead. He chose to do neither. He
couldn't save him. He had to, like, what do you mean, like, save him? He's not injured. He's not going to bleed to death.
I mean, he's got a job to do. He's got to get the sample.
He doesn't need to be saved. How does Joe need to be saved?
But that's what I'm saying. He's trying to get them out of the way because the other ones he tied up. Like, he was like,
well, he immobilized him by tasing him. He didn't have a taser. I mean, Joe doesn't need to be saved right now, right? Except from
I'm just saying, like, he leaves them there, just like how he tied those guys up and left them there. He's more interested in getting the aliens contained. Shouldn't have laughed so hard. That
where is he going to take this guy anyway?
Yeah, I think I laughed too when he got
getting tased. Yeah. I mean, I don't think. I just think Morrow needs to. He has a job to do. He doesn't want to kill people. He doesn't have to. I mean, as Vera says, this episode really made me interested in Morrow. I like a morally gray fella. Like Jamie said, if he's good or if he's bad, he's not. He's gray, right? At least right now.
He's just a guy with a job to do. He's got to get this Xenomorph into the proper hands. That's his job.
Yeah. And he has not killed any humans directly that we have seen.
Nope.
Yeah, not directly. That's a good way of putting it.
I mean, he had no idea those insects were going to come out of that web and down that guy's shirt.
Yeah, he didn't. Oh, yeah. I think it's really interesting also. For the guy that has the least amount of dialogue in the entire 2 episodes, he's
the most interesting character.
He is, right?
Yeah.
I think he is more of a gray character. He's staying on mission and neutralize a dangerous creature, like on the ship. That woman was already dead. Yeah, like there's no way he could have saved her, but in any case, like they're never gonna. In a movie like this, when you're watching Alien, they're not gonna put somebody else's life above that they might get killed, you know?
Yeah,
because that's what happens in these shows.
Yeah,
sure it's called that.
There it is in its little whatever webbing kind of thing that he did to it.
It's kind of pretty. It's probably this pretty gold webbing.
It's kind of like a chrysalis almost, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I agree.
So let me ask a question. Does this chrysalis, like, I thought it was to keep it contained, but it's clearly not, because it like wakes up and attacks. So I guess it was just to transport it was the point of that. It's like I think
it's a little bit like knocked out as well as contained, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's already knocked out, but I mean the stuff he sprayed on it was more of like just a bag to drag it, I guess.
Yeah.
It breaks out after.
Insta bag.
Yeah, it's a bag. It's like a little, like, little
spray can. It says it's a bag.
Yeah, I like this. Susie called the eye octopus Opticat.
Oh, I like it.
Oh.
I like it.
I like it.
That's its
That's
name
good.
from now on. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah.
No,
Opticat.
it doesn't have the
Well,
cat
Octo
anymore
Eye.
though.
No, it doesn't. Well, maybe it's Octo Eye or something. Who knows? But that is cool. So yeah, he's got it in this membrane thing. And then we switch back to Kirsch and the other kid, and they're looking at this thing, and he's basically like, "Stay here and watch it and make sure nothing happens." I'd be like, "No."
Drippy.
My nickname's Octopussy.
Nope.
That's better. I like that. No,
Octopussy. I like that. Yeah. Octopussy.
no, Octocat makes sense too, but Octopussy makes me laugh.
Octa eyes, Octa iris.
Octo Eye, Octo something. Because it did look like a little octopus. So
Yeah.
all right.
I'm
So
back.
yeah, he's like, "Stay here," and this is where he goes to see what's going on, and he's like, "Help us!" I caught this thing, and so he scans. I guess he scanned it, or he looked it up anyway.
That looks like a jellyfish.
Yeah, it does, but it's the eye thing, the octo whatever.
Octopussy.
It says, I can read it on the screen. It says, takes over the ocular pathways to the brain, overriding the neurotransmissions throughout the body. More study needed to gauge inherent intelligence, though. Oh, it's got a name. I'm trying to see. I don't know what the first thing is. It looks like a 7. I don't know. But it's Ocellus, Ocellus, something Ocellus.
Like
Has shown
TSOs.
remarkable problem-solving skills at a near-human measure. A complete surprise, species 64 has been given the tentative taxonomic classification of trypanomical ocellus. I don't know. A smooth something features several ocular. I don't know. A smooth sclera, maybe. It might be sclera. I don't know. I can't read all of it, but it's an eyeball. And
So I think
Ocellus.
So I didn't read that. Scarlet, you didn't notice any of that when you watched
Well,
it?
I have it on another monitor. That's why I can read it. So.
I read it. I read it as fast as it blinked on the screen, Karen.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
read that
I
fast.
was like, what?
Sorry. Well, no, that's why I said I'm only doing it because I can zoom in on my other monitor. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to read it.
I got all of it in an instant.
I mean,
Yeah, but it says Ocellus, Ocellus. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Whatever. We're just
Ocellus.
going to call it Opticat or Octopussy from now on. But
Yeah,
I think that's really interesting because it shows that they knew what they had. They had tested it. They knew how dangerous this shit was, and they were still bringing it to Earth. Right?
Well,
Of course, because of course they are. Because that's the whole point.
Yeah, that's what they do.
But it wasn't like they just collected stuff irresponsibly and didn't know. They collected it, found out it was like really dangerous, and they're like, "Oh, let's bring it to Earth." Right? It reminds me of. Did you guys read that news story last week about that hiker who picked up a rattlesnake on the trail, and guess what happened? It bit him and he died. Right?
Well, I thought that was the whole metaphor with the scorpion in the beginning was sort of
right.
like that.
Yeah. They picked up Octopussy, and now it killed a bunch of people.
Yep.
And a cat. And it killed a cat.
But Samuel was probably right. I hadn't thought about that because octopus are smart. Maybe that's why they made it like that as a character or as an alien.
Well, that'd be cool if it uses its arms to break out. Like that.
Opticat can break out. Yeah, octopus, octopi, whatever you call them, they can open jars. I know I've seen that on science stuff.
So I actually, one of the things I kind of have liked about this show is that it's not just the xenomorph, that they have collected other species. I mean, I think the xenomorph is the star of the show, and we're not going to see an infestation of all of these creatures. We're going to see a chase after the xenomorph, of course, right? But I like that they have made it as part of a larger collecting mission, and added these other dangerous creatures. I just thought it was a nice twist that they put in here.
Yeah. Yeah, I want them to go through the database though and see what else is on the ship, Like I feel like if I was there, I'd want to be like, okay, what else do I have to look out for now?
Let me check this computer for dangerous animals that are on our ship.
Yeah, anything that looks like this, stay clear of. Oh, this one's nice and fluffy, like that kind of thing.
Particularly like this guy's a synth and he can really go through it fast. Like I can see why somebody like Joe, who's a human and is not trained, couldn't be like, let me check what's in here, boop, boop, boop. But this guy, but what's his name? Kirsch can, right? He can really.
Kirsch, yeah.
Of course, he also maybe can't be killed by these things. Unless they
he's
have
reading
half.
through all the codes, I guess. That must be all he's reading through them. So yeah, here is this bag, whatever you want to
See,
call
look
it.
how small the xenomorph is there, right? Like in the
It is
original
pretty
Alien
small.
movie, in the original movie, there's no way like Ripley could have dragged the xenomorph, right? It was enormous.
Right.
Well, it's a baby.
agree with
It's
you,
just
though.
a
I think
baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, I think it might be.
So
I think it might
cute.
be a young xenomorph.
I mean, it
Or
would
an
be kind
adolescent xenomorph.
of,
I guess
it would be it would be kind of interesting if like this is an adolescent
Mhm.
and like our main characters are adolescents. Like Wendy's an
Yeah,
adolescent.
a baby and the babies.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all about
That makes sense.
babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes for interesting. Okay, so these guys come in and he's like, "Yeah, don't do that."
Yeah.
And there's like, I forget what they say, but basically, put your hands up,
Mhm.
and they don't listen to him. He's like, "I'm not your problem."
He says like you have bigger
Yeah,
problems.
you have bigger
I
problems.
promise you have bigger problems, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and this is where he says something like about they smell fear or whatever, and I love that shot.
That's a great
Right
shot.
behind him, and he just stays very, very still. And
Why do you think it
they're
doesn't?
dead, they're gone.
Well, he flipped out his hand knife.
Yeah, he did. That's right. He stabbed
His
it. I
flesh
forgot. He did.
knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was quick. But he's also part cyborg, so
Mhm.
he might be good at it. But
I mean,
anyway,
I still think it doesn't go after him because he doesn't pose a threat.
well,
but-
he stabbed
Feel
it
fear.
though.
If he's
Now,
on
right?
fear.
Is it dead? I can't remember. I know he stabbed it with the knife, but did he kill it or did he just go to stab it? I can't remember, to be honest.
I don't think he stabbed it. I thought the xenomorph
had
just
it up,
killed everything
okay.
and then ran away.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember. It was just
Because it's all noise. He runs into the corridor and the people are like, ah, and their guns firing, the off-camera stuff.
Yeah. Oh my God, how about this scene? Why is this guy?
Ugh.
Why is he staring into the plant?
I told him to watch it. That's what he's doing. He's
Maybe it's
listening
mesmerizing him.
to
Maybe.
his, order. I thought he's like, because he said, watch it, make sure it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's
I think
watching it.
It comes right up in his face in a very creepy fashion. I feel like it's
Yeah,
about
it reminds me of like the Avatar. I don't know why, but that's what it's making me think of, the Avatar tail thing,
Oh no, it comes right up to him and he's just waiting. And then this other girl comes up and he's like, oh, wait a minute. He like brushes her aside, right? He's determined to like let this thing kill him.
Yeah, I thought it was going to kill him. But Kirsch sees there are eggs. There are 6 eggs. Uh-oh. That can't be good, right? We know that can't be good. I mean, to them, they're probably like, let's go get these eggs. But we're like,
Make an omelet.
Yeah. Yeah, she's still kind of scared.
Her name is Curly? No, Curly,
she's
right?
Nibs.
Curly.
Right? Isn't she Nibs? Or did I mix them up? I thought she was Nibs, you said.
Oh yeah, she might be Nibs. The other girl is Curly, I think, maybe, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the other girl's Curly. I don't see her name on here, but yeah, I think the other one is.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, she's
they come in, and this is where they talk about a bear, and they're not scared, and they just see all the bodies. They don't seem too concerned by all the ripped apart bodies.
Well, I mean, it like I feel like
What do they have emotions?
I feel like Joe's like totally shocked, and Wendy is maybe more robot-y in her response.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But then she sees Joe, or no, the first Joe wakes up. Joe talks about the baseball, and
Yeah, it's a good
plays
spot
like
with the Joe and Joe DiMaggio. I didn't even make that.
Yeah, and
connection.
it plays the little video. And then she sees it, and that's when she comes up on him, and she remembers the story from their father or whatever. And she's like, "You have to come with us."
Kind of convenient that was there.
Yeah, I know. I feel like there's
Of
another.
all things.
Yeah,
I feel like there's another part of the conversation I'm forgetting though. Was there?
came to
something else
just
or
the right party.
Yeah, was there? I felt like there was something else though. I don't know. But she gets him to come with them, and yeah. So he's following them, and she's talking.
I think he was
to
making some story about like how humans are almost more human than human, like George. I can't even speak. Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio.
Humans could do these great things, is what he was saying.
Yeah, yeah. But
like-
they end up in this comment when that other one's talking to him. The other kid said something about, and I don't know what his name was again. I've already forgotten. But the other kid, was it Slady? Whatever. Anyway, the other kid says something to him about them being kids, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And then he basically says that they're kids in these synthetic bodies. He finds out they're synthetic, and
yeah, but he calls her Marcy too, doesn't he?
yeah, and he says, "My sister was Marcy," and he's basically like, "That is your sister," and she's like, "No, you're not supposed to tell him that, you dumbass." No, that's basically what happens. So yeah, now he knows. He doesn't believe her at first because he's like, "You died. I went to your funeral." And she's like, "No, Dad sent me to this place to save me, made me promise not to tell anybody. I couldn't see you." And this is the part that I guess I missed the line where she says that it was her fault that he was still working for the company, I guess.
Well, he asks her 2 questions there to prove that she's his sister, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Remember XYZ event? What did you say?" She's like, "Oh, I said this. Remember?"
Yeah.
I said this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Proves
So
it.
My toe doesn't look like my thumb.
Oh, yeah.
So he believes her and he hugs her.
So I was kind of surprised at this scene that
I'm surprised he found out so quick more than anything.
Well, he did believe her very quickly. That was kind of surprising. But I was surprised that the director chose that he would hug her on the side where the sword is in his face, and he would not hug her on the other shoulder where there was a clearer view. And I wonder if that was intentional to display the sword.
Maybe.
I'd say most likely
that
yes.
is kind of an odd directing choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think Noah Hawley does things with intent.
Well, she does have a katana, so of some kind. At least it looks like a katana. So yeah, he knows now who she is. He is happy she's alive, as he should be, but he's probably a little scared of her too, maybe. I guess we will find out. I don't know. We will find out soon enough, I guess. And then they kind of talk a little bit, and then they go into where the eggs are. I don't think they went there because they were searching for them, though. Like Kirsch wanted.
They just wandered into this room, right? They're trying to get out.
Yeah. Now I was a little.
Actually, what they're doing, they're not trying to get out. Like originally, Wendy had said, "Please come with us to the front of the ship. There's a lot of people who are injured. We're going to the front of the ship." Right?
Yeah.
That was their original intent.
Yeah. Now, obviously, they were being scanned. I'm not sure why. I was a little confused about the scan. I missed something.
You thought they were being scanned?
It looks like a scan to me. I just didn't understand what was scanning them or why they were being scanned. I missed something about that.
I actually thought it was containing the eggs below that level, and by Joe walking into it, he managed to
break off the containment field.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought it looked like a scan. Interesting.
I thought he broke the containment, and now they're going to hatch and kill them. Yeah. I don't know, Scarlet. What did you think about it when you saw it?
I thought it was a field, and Joe messed up, and now they're going to die. Well, he won't die. Plot armor.
He won't die. Some people might die.
Yeah, I don't know. I really thought it was a scan. That's cool. That makes more sense.
Actually.
That makes a lot more sense. But yeah, the xenomorph comes out and grabs Joe, and oh no, because now Wendy is
Joe.
going to go after him, and she's like,
"Oh no, don't kill Joe.
Save yourself." And then she leaves.
That's a nice shot. I like all these sparks.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, she takes off after Joe, and that is where the episode ends.
Well, that's the end.
Yes, that is the end.
I loved all those sparks too.
I did too. So let's but what do you want to go through some of these? Let's go through some.
Well, yeah, I mean, so we Lyncher, not enough black goo in this show. I need it. I need more black goo. Yeah, we didn't get as much black goo as we got some, right? But I hope we'll get more. I totally agree. If this is an alien show, we need some more black goo, right? Bill posted this pretty early. Like small doses of aliens and small doses of predator is more healthy.
Now we know Predator and Alien are in the same universe. I mean, even I know that. I remember Predator versus Alien.
There's Predator, Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't.
Predators anymore.
We won't see Predator in this.
Probably not. But I mean, it's the same universe. I know that much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what Bill's getting at, but I think in the Alien franchise in particular, like the less you see the monster on the screen, the more kind of scary it is, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing that was probably just about the aesthetics because we were talking about it looked like Blade Runner and stuff. At least I'm guessing that's what that was about.
So. Yeah. So we have a lot of early comments. Doc Kaiju, loving this show. It's so good. Vera's right. They put a lot of money into it, but also a lot of thought and care. I think I agree, Vera.
Yeah. And I liked it more as it went. Like I said, the first one I didn't like as well, but I really think it was because I watched it in pieces. And I feel like if I'd had more time, I would have rewatched it. Because I don't think that was the right way to watch it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I do expect Noah Hawley to put a lot of thought and care, right? That's why I'm watching.
I feel like Noah Hawley deserves 100% my attention when I'm watching it.
Right?
There's a lot. There's a lot going on most of the time.
I mean, it's definitely why I'm watching it. His like kind of thought and care, right? Kelly is loving it too. And Doc elaborates. It's very different. It sees that being fascinating, intellectually stimulating, provokes the imagination, and defies expectations in ways I'm impressed. Wow. High praise there, Doc.
But then he says, I think purists might be mad. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I don't know. Were people into Marvel mad about Legion? Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I
mean, I think that purists might be, right? Not just this, but all these prequels. Like a bunch of prequels can be really annoying if you're a purist, right? And then really to say that a xenomorph came to Earth before all of the later stuff is, I can see that could be provocative, right?
Yeah.
But in a good way.
I mean, I could see where they might do an ending where they kill it and then they're like, we got to go to space and get another one. And that's how the whole rest of it is launched, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they got to somehow wrap it back around. We don't want them screwing up canon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But what do you think, Doc? I mean, I got to agree with Doc. Do you guys think it's intellectually stimulating, fascinating?
Yeah, I mean, I really like it. I'm probably going to go see the third episode when I'm done here. So I waited to see it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Well, third episode's good. It ramps up.
That's good. Oops.
I'm worried Kirsch will be David 2.5. I'm enjoying his performance though.
Okay, I don't know who David is, so I'm not sure. I'm not getting that.
He's from Prometheus.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing something happened to David, probably.
What happens is what always happens.
Yeah, well, I don't remember the characters' names. I'd have to look up who played them to know that. But.
I mean, I am enjoying his performance also, though, right? He's a good character. We'll see where he goes. And we hit this comment already, but Vera thinks they're being careful not to break the canon of the franchise. And by the time they're done, there'll be no world knowledge of the aliens. Of course, yes.
Yeah. Right. They'll be tied up in a bow, I'm sure.
Yeah, so that they can then have canon later on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kelly says that Morrow and Kirsch are her favorites. I thought you were going to click on it. I was waiting because every time I click on it, you've clicked on it.
Morrow and Kirsch.
I can't click on anything, so nothing's my fault.
Morrow's definitely one of my
favorites. I'm sorry.
I think Morrow's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Kirsch, he's really interesting. I don't know if he's a favorite yet, but we'll never know.
I'd go there. Kirsch is interesting, but I agree. I think
nobody likes any of the children.
I like Morrow the most. No, but I think Morrow's the one I want to know more about. Is more kind of the. Yeah.
I think Scarlet, I like Wendy, but the other children are not developed enough for me. I mean, I'm generally sympathetic to the children, right? But they're not developed enough for me.
They're not really characters yet. They don't have enough.
I mean, I was sympathetic until one of them stood in front of that plant and waited for him to like eat his face or whatever. But less sympathetic to that guy now.
True.
Right? And so Doc found there was a web series of Alien that he missed. Have you seen it, Scarlet?
There is one. I can't remember what it's called, but it goes with this, and I was going to try to seek it out. I can't remember what it was called, but I can probably look up on Wikipedia and then just go there.
And it only adds up to about an hour.
Yeah, it's a bunch of extra little shorts.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting. Though I'd like to see it. See if it adds any, adds.
I mean, they had all those ones before. I keep on bringing up Blade Runner, but 2049 they had those movies, and they helped with your, your enjoyment of the movie, and a little bit more story flavor.
Yeah.
So we got a couple more comments here. So
I was going to say there's more live ones.
How about this? This is my second favorite show right now. I'd like you to
favorite then, or from your favorite.
Tell us what's your favorite.
I'm sure From is the favorite.
I was going to say it's probably From. I'm guessing.
From. I feel like From is not right now though, right? So I'd love to know what you're watching right now.
Yeah, right now. What's your first?
From isn't on right now, so that's a good point.
Third episode. Gave a lot of questions. Haven't seen it yet. Sorry, we're going to cover that on our next show, whatever that
we're
is.
Gonna do 3 and 4 in the next episode. Samuel says Boy Cavalier and Kirsch give him David vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Wait, Samuel, you don't want to say your favorite show because not everybody has seen it? What? Come on, tell us your favorite show.
No, I don't think that was, in response to something else. I don't think that, because he said Dexter Resurrection.
Oh, okay.
They're called the Alien 40th Anniversary.
That's the animated. That's the animated thing that we should be looking for.
Oh, I thought there was one that Noah Hawley did that connected to it.
I don't know. Those might be on that DVD set I have. I'll have to look. Yeah, Samuel, I guess, was talking about Dexter Resurrection.
I don't watch that because I haven't watched the previous many years ago.
I had watched, I think, the first episode, if that's the one with Michael C. Hall in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I never watched much more than that. From is my favorite, but not on TV right now. Fair. Yeah. It's not. There's an animated one too. So there's more than one then. Many things. Webisode things.
There's a lot in this universe, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to look. Yeah.
All right. So after this whole talk, Jamie, Scarlet, verdict on these two.
Wait, I see one more we skipped here. That was from, I guess, way before. It looks like Samuel said that the black goo would explain the octopus cat eye thingy. See, I don't know. I know there's slime coming from them, but I'm trying to remember specifically what the black goo is. I'm kind of blanking a little bit, so I don't know.
And so many shows have their own separate black goo, right? It's hard to
know, right?
So delicious.
Delicious black goo
around. So, what were you asking? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying Jamie, Scarlet. I mean, Scarlet. Yeah. I think you have been a little more familiar with the Alien universe than we have. I mean, how much?
I don't know.
I'm just saying so both of you guys, how much do you like this? How much do you are looking forward to it? And how much do we want to tell AJ that he has to watch it?
Well, what I would say, somebody who maybe doesn't want to watch it, it's kind of slow for the first two, but it revs up on the third. I myself was kind of like, well, it's going kind of a little slow. I don't know how I feel about it. I watched episode 3 and now I'm in.
All right, fair. I don't know. I liked the first two. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see the third one. But I liked it.
I just wish they made the episodes a little shorter. They could have made a longer season.
They're pretty long episodes.
Well, how many episodes are there?
7. They could have made more. They could have made 10. They could have just chopped a little bit off of each one. And
I thought
45 minutes.
Actually, there's 8 apparently. Internet Movie Database says 8.
Oh, I mean, Jamie, they showed 2
episodes.
First.
Two episodes
1 and 2 together.
Okay, that's fair.
That makes it 7 weeks. Jamie, how do you like it? What would you say to somebody who doesn't want to watch it, or somebody who doesn't like it, or you'd be like,
Well,
I
Nobody
agree.
that like
I really
somebody
like
who doesn't
it. I
like
mean, I
Alien at
definitely-
all and doesn't really want to watch anything Alien. Go.
Yeah, well, I mean, I definitely think you can get into it
Legion's
without
good.
having seen the rest because I don't remember a lot of it. I said that, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's fun and thrilling. I didn't really feel like it was that slow. I felt like a lot happened, and I said my only
Well,
concern
I meant slow, like because I was expecting like balls out like Legion. And that's what I was expecting. I had real high bar.
Yeah. Legion was insane from
I
like.
just wanted insane
right?
crap to start from the beginning, like surrealist, crazy crap, a bunch of intensive graphics, maybe a John Hamm voiceover. I just wanted a bunch of stuff.
Maybe some people taking drugs. Yeah.
Yeah,
something
you know,
like that.
from a giant pig or whatever that was.
No, I guess, like I said, my only concern was I feel like when I've watched alien movies, I go there expecting the action. Like I'm not necessarily watching them for the plot, I guess is what I'm saying. And not that they don't have good plot and they're not good stories, but I feel like you watch them for the crazy action. So I just, like I said, can it keep that momentum?
Well, I
hope
like
so.
the plot and the mood. That's why I'm here.
No,
I like
I
the
do too.
cyberpunkness. I
Right,
like the philosophy. I like. There's a lot of
Yeah.
philosophy.
I mean, I think it was really interesting for Noah Hawley to find the entry point from the synthetic person, right? Like it's always sort of been humans against aliens, and the androids that since whatever have always been this sort of like divisive presence. And for him to make his real protagonist be Wendy, and to use that as his entry point, I mean, I'm intrigued where he's going to go with that. Wendy as the main character.
Yeah, yeah.
And Wendy, and then Wendy versus Morrow. Not Wendy versus Morrow if they're going to fight, which of course they will eventually, but the two different like versions of a technological person. Yeah, whatever they are, right? Like, I mean, so Morrow is he's a cyborg, so he's mostly human who's
He's
enhanced.
synthetic.
No, he's a cyborg. They say he's a cyborg.
Synthetic.
Cyborg.
Later on, he does something that like only synthetic.
Okay,
allegedly only synthetic people can do.
All right, so people say to him that he's a cyborg. Maybe they're wrong, but somebody calls him cyborg.
I don't know because I was only thinking
Okay,
what was in my eyeballs.
All right, I haven't seen the third episode.
This was in the beginning of the first episode. They said that. You're right. They could have been wrong and just called him a cyborg.
They could be wrong. Those people think he's a cyborg. Like people on the ship call him a cyborg. They could be wrong, but they call him a cyborg. But I just mean the idea of like these two different kinds of beings. One who, like, who's more human, how sympathetic they are. I like that. I'm hoping they'll do a really good juxtaposition of those two.
Well, it's like in Blade Runner 2049 where you had the androids, but then you also had the hologram people.
Yeah.
And then the androids themselves look down upon the hologram people because they're not real.
Yeah. And we're real.
It's gonna be kind of like that. The cyborgs looking down at the synths looking down upon the hybrids, or you know what have you. Maybe a hierarchy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna see next week.
All three, that's for sure. Plus the humans. I mean, plus the aliens. There's lots of things. But yeah, we will do 3 and 4 next time. And just check Discord to find when our new weekly day is going to be. I'm putting the link there because we have to decide and discuss it and everything. So people can check Discord and you'll find out when we decide we're going to do it each week. But and also then I guess today, I shouldn't say tomorrow, today, Thursday as in today, make sure that you come back and join us at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. We have our live interview with Jane Luke Luck. We're not sure how to pronounce it yet. Who played Maureen on the Institute. So you can get your questions in the chat. That's tonight at 8. And then at 9:30, we have the watch party for Wednesday for episode 3. And then at 11 is the live stream I have with Scarlet for Wednesday for episode 3.
Cool.
Yeah, we're in episode 3, right? I'm like, wait, I got to think about it. Yeah, episode 3.
Maybe I'll get Maybe I'll get my hands on a Wednesday unhappy meal by then.
Oh,
Yeah, I
are
was
you trying to get one?
gotten it. I know you were planning on it.
I'll go look.
I've seen the commercials. I want to go to a Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, they keep advertising it.
Cool.
All right. You know, I'm kind of surprised they can say something like that it says like
I'm just
whatever,
calling it
but-
an unhappy meal, Jamie.
It's called a meal of misfortune, is what they call it on the commercial.
Meal
Yeah, but it does say
misfortune.
something like about not being happy. I'm just surprised they legally can say that.
Meal of misfortune.
Yeah. Cool.
Sounds like there's going to be a rusty nail in it. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Well, thanks you guys.
Yeah, thanks everybody for
Yeah,
coming.
thanks
And
everybody in the
thanks
chat. The chat was really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, thanks for keeping the
Active,
chat lively.
guys.
And yeah, we had quite a few lives. So thanks, guys. We appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. Maybe.
Good night, everybody.